What's up, dog?
Dude, and it's funny because I know you hate it, but for people who work like normal jobs, weeks like this are like we dream about them.
Listen, dog,
it's fucking amazing.
Even when I worked, even when I was in prison, okay?
What are you talking?
I didn't give a fuck about Memorial Day, right?
In prison every day is Memorial Day.
Yeah, every day. No, not really. You get scabbed, black people yelling. It's fucking amazing in there.
Well, yeah, but you did have a job. You had the bakery.
Yeah, I had the kitchen.
And then, I
got fired from the bakery. Remember, I almost blew up the kitchen,
right.
So they said, we got a better job for you. We got something better.
And what happens if, like, you don't want to work? Because that, like, to work all day for, like, $1, fuck you.
Dog, it's like 25 cents an hour. I was getting like 37 cents an hour. And I was like a high-paid dude. Like I was like making $1.80 on the streets. 37 cents a week times 5 hours or something like that. 37 cents a day times 5. That's $1.50 a fucking day. I was getting $10 every 2 weeks, but I had the fucking bookmaking operation. So that's how
you have to.
You have to.
And then, like, I don't know if you saw it. And I
wasn't getting high in that. Let's get something straight.
You did acid.
Yeah, but $3 a hit. What I'm trying to say is, for a joint and a half, they call it what? Matchboxes? What's the matches with the box that you hit on the side?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Striker? I don't know.
The little box? A matchbox. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
It's $50 for a joint and a half of fucking regular shit. I don't even know what they were paying in there for coke and heroin. I know they do each other's cottons and shit. Like one guy holds on to it and he gives it to the other guy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. HIV.
Teamwork.
Yeah, HIV for everybody. Everybody gets HIV. Everybody's going to have a sore and a skinny neck in 3 years.
Fuck. Dude, but like, I don't know if you saw, and I wasn't even planning on talking about it, but what happened, I think it was like New Orleans, like 10 people escaped because they just ripped the door off of the hinges.
In prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
people going to
it might have been jail. Like, I know there's a difference, but like 10 people escaped. They've caught like 3 of them. And like the guard said, like they stayed away because they were afraid for their safety. Like they ripped the door off the hinges, and then like they took like the sink in the cell and pulled that away. And I think it's. I was on CNN today. It took them like 8 hours to realize they were gone.
Who gives a fuck about inmates? How about the Mexican ship?
Yeah,
into the Brooklyn Bridge. Mexicans jumping off. The one guy playing the guitar as he's sinking. What the fuck? Why would you fucking go under the bridge? And then they killed like 6 people, right?
Yeah,
killed 2 people, injured fucking 8. Listen. Columbus was the last Spanish guy. Knock it off. If you're Spanish, leave it to the fucking white dudes that smuggle weed, whatever.
And why do they have a sailboat?
Fuck are you going to crack into the fucking Brooklyn Bridge? A bunch of people out there. Viva Zapata. Selena Gomez was out there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
That poor bastard.
On a sailboat.
Did you see that? It's a fucking nightmare. It's and I love Mexican people, but what's with the fucking ship? Leave that to the cartel. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that smuggle and shit. Unbelievable. The cartel does all that shit. These were amateurs.
I gotta be honest, the cartel does it better.
Yeah, they wouldn't hit a bridge.
No, not in a sailboat. Those fucking dude. Can you imagine? Like, imagine if the bridge went down. Like, I don't know how that even happened.
Go down from that little faggy boat.
I don't know.
You gotta hit that with a fucking. You gotta hit that with like one of those Navy ships and shit to rattle the core and.
But it wasn't Navy. But I guess it's a Mexican Navy.
Mexican Navy. Well, how many times have you seen a commercial for the Mexican Navy? If they got 200 people, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen they have videos of the cartel and they have better equipment than the Mexican
they got
armed
better
forces
equipment
do.
Than fucking. They got everything. They know what everybody else knows. You don't make that type of money, and you're gonna pay. Let's pretend they make, I just give you a number, a realistic number, $1 billion a year, which is bullshit.
Right.
They probably pay $250 million in counterintelligence.
Yeah.
For that, you got to buy fucking missiles and cameras and fucking, seeing the dark shit. It's the shit the government has.
Probably, even better. And like, well, like, what do you, when you say intelligence, what do you do you think it's like, does that include like paying people off at the border, or what do you mean?
All that, even more. That's a complete different envelope. This is an envelope that just goes to like DEA. They buy CIA files. They buy everything. They buy everything. With that type of money, you know, it's no money. No number is big enough. Yeah. Those guys make a lot of fucking money, Lee. Truckloads at a fucking time.
And what
was fucking Escobar making in his heyday that he made the Forbes fucking list? He was making, I think it was $6 million a day.
Probably, yeah.
$6 million a day. That's $42 million a week. Are you fucking kidding me? What can't you buy? Freedom. Even if he takes a shipment and go, you know what? I'm just gonna get my dick sucked at a strip club. He could just light the fucking. When he froze, he burnt $100,000, $1 million to keep his family warm.
Right.
With matches. Who does that? Who burns $1 million?
They'd have to be really cold for me to have to burn 100,000.
Oh, but you're Jewish.
Would you burn 100,000?
Fuck, for my family? Fuck yeah, to keep them warm. $1 million. When you have
when you have that amount.
When you have 42 million, what's $1 million? When you have 42 million and you got another 42 million coming in next week, what's $1 million?
You would think that, but that's how
even if I shoot the operation down after May, I still got fucking, 84 million coming to me in 2 weeks. That'll make me laugh for a long time.
Dude, I can't. I don't know why people don't quit when they have that much money.
Because think about it. You want more fucking money. Look at Elon Musk. Why didn't he quit?
He doesn't have cartel money.
He passed pretty close to it. All those guys in the fucking Forbes list, those top 10 guys, they got dough. They got loot.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching that stupid show last night. He robbed a $900,000 chain from some chick. For somebody, a woman, for your husband to buy you pretty much $1 million chain, they got to have $30 million in the bank. Let me buy her $1 million chain that's going to sit in a fucking drawer. Is it an investment?
And it got robbed?
Well, on this TV show, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I thought it was.
But who spends $900,000? That's fucking shit money.
I don't even. That's so much money that I can't even wrap my head around.
No, you're not supposed to. So mind your business. You know what I'm saying? What are you worried about $42 million? You get me all hot and bothered. I was going to go home and start selling coke again. I'll tell you what happened to me this fucking weekend.
What's that?
I mean, Parks was great. Last week was great. Sunday, I went to little Joey's 8th or 9th birthday party. And I get there, I go inside, it's like 1 o'clock, got a couple numbers in me. And right away, they got like a really good Italian sandwiches. But they had little ones, little bite-sized ones. And I go, you know what? This will hold me over till the dinner at 4 or 5. So I ate a little piece of sandwich, fucking great bread, great coconut. I'm good. I didn't want to sit in the house no more. It was a nice day, so I went outside. And when I'm sitting outside there, they ordered cases of fucking White Castle.
Oh, right? Shit.
So I'm sitting there minding my own business, watching the kids play, talking to some of the parents. And one of the kids goes, Joe, you want a White Castle? And I go, you know what? I'll take a White Castle. And I ate one. I'm like, this is pretty fucking good. And then I ate another one. And you're like, this is pretty good. But I didn't touch the fries, and I only ate 2. I usually eat 3.
Well, those little small slider things.
Yeah, I usually eat 3. But today I ate 2. And it's funny, when you move here, like I did, I went to White Castle the first time with my wife and daughter. Everybody loved it. You should have seen them on the way home. You thought I fucking introduced them to the fucking, Johnny Van Butte. Then like the second time, they were all like a little hesitant. Like, I don't know. If you want to go get them, we'll wait for you. And then when I brought them home, I went up a few hours later. There was like maybe 2 or 3 missing. And then one day I asked Mercy, I go, you just want to go to White Castle? She's like, not in a million years, Dad. And I'm like, why? And she goes, Dad, my stomach got really sick last time for a couple of days. And I'm like, she's young. My stomach don't get sick. Let me tell you something. I went home last night. I relaxed. I smoked some dope. I got the week ready. This morning I got up, took a shower, ate breakfast. And when I was driving around this morning, I'm like, man, my stomach feels funky, right? And then I had to go to the gym. And as I was driving to the boxing gym, I'm like, this is not going to work out.
No.
But they got a nice bathroom at the boxing gym. It's never dirty. They always clean it. They keep it clean. So I went, and while I was at the boxing gym, I didn't have to shit, but I bought a container of pineapple juice. They have fresh squeezed pineapple juice. And I got one on the way home, and I drank on the way home. 10 minutes from the house, I'm like, I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to die, right? And when I hit the fucking right turn to go on to Willow, I smelt an odor that I haven't smelt in years, okay? It's like when you have a dead body and you try to move it, and it's got that last part in it, and it fucking lets it go. That's the worst part you'll ever smell. So that is the worst.
I think everyone can relate to that.
Somebody's dead for like 3 hours. You try to move the body, and you'll hear that last, you smell that shit.
Oh.
So, dog, I went to the bathroom. I went to the basement bathroom, and I just unleashed pain, fury, anger. Everything came out of my asshole. Dog, I had to light 2 candles, open up the garage door, open up the door to the garage, and open up the back door, and I had to spray Febreze. I left for like 2 or 3 hours. I came back. It was worse. I had to put the fart fan on. I will never touch White Castle as long as I fucking live again. I don't know where that odor came from, but I don't want to smell it again.
Dude, but sometimes you need it. Like, if you ever
No, you don't need that shit in your life. You don't need that. If I want that smell, I'll drive on the parkway and I'll park and sit there for 10 minutes and and smell it, that fucking rotten ass.
But you never feel like you have to take a shit and like you're like, okay, I'll get White Castle now.
Not like that.
It was that bad?
Yeah, the odor was not. No. If a doctor would have walked by, they would have called an ambulance. They would have said,
someone's dead in there?
That horse died. Something happened in there. It was not good, guys.
And you didn't do that at the gym? Because I know you hate when people take shits at the gym.
No, but if it's an emergency, listen, before I go to the gym bathroom, I'll look outside and see if there's a palm tree or something like that. I have no shame with taking a good shit outside, okay? The only thing with my age, you can't do it close to a school because then fucking, I think that's really anyone's age. I'm a sexual offender that takes shits in front of kids. I don't want to do 30 years for that shit. So, so I don't want to do time for that. So I just.
You'd rather, and obviously not
in front of. This bathroom is clean though. Very, very clean.
But it didn't seep out into the gym.
And there weren't a lot of people there.
Thank God.
So I wouldn't have minded. It's when there's 200 people in the gym and you open up the door after you dump your liver. And next thing you know, there's 3 women waiting to go to the bathroom. And you're like, I can't come back here for a week. I can't come back here for 10 days. I can't come back here at this time slot again. Because these women are all going to see me and go, that dude, no bueno. That motherfucker.
See, I'm surprised you get him. I would think, knowing, if I had to guess, I thought you'd do the exact opposite. Like, if you saw some women who you thought would do that, you would just leave it for them, especially.
Listen, bro. In my world, a woman could do whatever the fuck she wants. You ever have a woman shit in front of you? It doesn't even smell. I don't know what they do. They carry something in their purse.
Yeah.
Listen, better this. Go out with a girl. She'll tell you she has to go to the bathroom after a dinner. That means she's taking a shit. Bring her back to your house and eat her ass. It doesn't smell like a follicle of poop.
No.
It smells fresh. We can't do that. I take a shit. I take 2 showers. My asshole still smells. I know that for a fact because I always check my muffin. I go, Jesus Christ. I soap it. I loofah it. I put conditioner in there. I put everything in my asshole.
And do you do a couple different passes on it, or just one pass? And because if I smelled it and it smelled bad, I would do it again.
No, but it's clean. It's clean. It's spotless.
Right.
I know for a fact it's spotless. It doesn't matter. It's like they have barnacles that stick onto the side. You got to burn them off with a lighter and a magnifying glass and shit. You got to find yourself somebody who's willing to fucking do something like that.
I was just gonna say, I don't think your wife would do that for you.
No wife would do that. You got to go for outside help for that. you got to find that chick, the Chinese chick that pops the pimples on your neck.
Oh.
That fucking crazy bitch.
And burn the barnacles off of your asshole?
Yeah, but they burn them nice. Chinese people know how to. They got like a mild sparkler, like a little sparkler on a stick. It's like a laser sparkler. And all of a sudden you just hit the floor and that's it. You're back to home.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, cocksucker. But Philadelphia was really good. We had 2 shows last week that were very nice. We had Thursday at the Dojo and Saturday in Philadelphia. And the Dojo, I was thinking about this, is becoming our little ice house.
Yeah. It's very similar to the Stage 2 ice house for sure.
Stage 2 ice house. We were looking for it. And we fucking found it, the utopia.
Yeah.
We go there, work out. We're doing 2 Thursdays, the 6th and the 12th, or the 6th and the 27th, something like that. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
27th at the pack.
No, 28th I'm at the pack. 27th I'm at the pack. The 26th I'm at the dojo. It's a Thursday. It's a nice warm up, ba-boom.
So the first and the last Thursday?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Dude, it's funny. I never thought about it like the Ice House, but you're 100% right. Because the Ice House always had, like, the audiences were always
energetic.
Game. Like, and they would have
a small room. They were powerful. And once you get comfortable in that fucking type of room, once you get comfortable, your guts will come out more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's been going on. Your guts come out more because you're comfortable in that room. You're comfortable in that setting. And that's what you need. A couple workouts in there a week, you're tip-top Magoo. You're not bad.
But and it's not anything about the dojo, but like I had such a good set there on Thursday, and I tried to, like, it was not ad-libbed, but like a different look at what I've been doing, and I tried to do it at Parks, and it went okay, but like I think it made me a little bit overconfident. Like that room is so good that I got overconfident for other shows.
Well, you're comparing 100 people to 1,600 people.
Right.
Okay? Remember I told you once when I first got moved here, I was trying to get back into comedy. And what I didn't like about doing comedy then was I lost control of the audience, and it was a 140-seat room. I couldn't control them. I could not fucking control them. It was like, and I've been controlling 140 people all my life. That's the normal number. You know, the comedy store is 180. So I've been running 180 people, 140 all my life. For me, that could control them. I was like, I'm done with comedy. Something's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the dojo and you do a couple workouts in there. You keep showing up, and you start getting that control. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like you have to, what's that shit cowboys do with the fucking lasso? You got to lasso them in.
Mm-hmm.
They all got to come together at the same time. And it's very tough to do that if you miss the fucking lasso and you only have this side of the room on. So once you lasso them in, that's what it feels like. I got them. Now I could do whatever the fuck I want. I could say what I want. I got them. That's it. I got them. Then you move on to 800 seats, and you'll realize, that's why when you go to a theater after a small room, it always feels kind of weird.
Yeah, it felt weird.
Okay, so it's the timing. It's the energy, Lee. The energy up front has to be everything. If I go up front, when I get off stage, I'm huffing and puffing and I'm sweating because I did 30 minutes in 15. You're not giving them a breather. That's the advantage of having more than 15 minutes. That if I have 30, these bitches ain't going to breathe. They're not going to breathe.
Right.
How many minutes you want me to do? 15? Okay. Now you're dead because I'm going to take that 30 minutes and condense them. Do the jokes I give them the greatest hits of, and then do the long ones that I could fit in 15 minutes and just fucking level them. It's all about energy. The bigger the room, you better show up with some fucking energy, put your lungs into it, and it's got to come from your feet. Like when you get off that stage, your hips hurt. They should fucking hurt. Your back should hurt. Because you're giving them everything you got. It's like when you throw a right cross, a punch doesn't come from the arm. A punch comes from the foot. When you push off that foot and you throw that right fucking number 2 punch, that's where everything is. And even when you throw a jab, you're stepping forward and you're pushing off this leg and you're so it's always that fucking, so energy up front, energy in a theater is big. Or come out heavy. Always come out heavy. For 6 minutes, come out heavy. You fight. Did you see the Antonio Brown fight? Anybody saw that? And AB got it mugged.
Did you really?
Nobody fucking saw that. Yeah. Antonio Brown they tried to rob his jewelry the other night.
Oh, it was like a legit, okay.
He was going off. And that's 6 minutes. Like, he probably couldn't do it for 20. Right. Your heart will blow up. But that 6, whatever, he was fighting for 2 minutes, whatever. They didn't stop. They were throwing punches. People were flying through the air. A guy fell down. He kicked him in the stomach. There was always action. And that's when you get into those bigger rooms where you might lose control, that's 400 seats and more. Like the The club in Arizona has 650
Stand Up
fucking
Live?
seats. It goes deep. Irvine.
Oh, that one too.
Irvine. I used to always eat a bag of dicks every year. I drove down there to pick up a nice check to eat a bag of dicks, and it was 3 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
We would have to leave at 4 to get there at 7:15, eat that fucking Japanese burger that I shit blood.
I forgot about that burger
Remember,
place.
what was the name of that burger everybody was talking about? They had the chain, Wasabi Burger. Or
I'll look it up
Yoshi.
in the break. It's at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, Yoshi Burger was in Burbank, then it closed. And then they finally had it somewhere else, like, this, that, and Yoshi Burger. I got so fucking sick that night, but Irvine pissed me off because in 23 years of doing Irvine, I never could control. It was always seemed like I was doing jokes and they were coming out of there, and the people on this side weren't laughing, or vice versa. You would go down there, do 2 shows, and drive home and go, what the fuck was that? Well, it's the night before Thanksgiving.
Right. But I feel like I'm just, since I've moved here, almost by accident, doing working on my energy, or because when you said your legs hurt, I have nights where I think it happens by accident, where I have a lot of energy. I always try to have energy, but that's not really my style. But I noticed when there was one time it backfired, but I don't, the fact that you can harness it and decide to do it, I'm nowhere near that yet.
Okay, here's the deal. Number one, I think it was Nick hit me up the other day. He's like, hey, do you want to meet and get dinner? That'll never happen.
Before show.
That'll never happen. I don't want to talk to nobody before a fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much energy. Talking to people, they're going to ask you goofy questions. What made you get into stand-up? All that bullshit. You show up at the show, you eat a bag of dicks.
Mm-hmm.
You just put your energy out. Saturday, I did a bunch. The girls went somewhere, and I did a bunch of stuff. I did kettlebells and shit in the garage. I hit the bag. But at 1:30, I was done for the day. I didn't do shit. And the girls were not home, but I didn't hunt anybody out to hang out. I didn't get on the phone. I didn't do anything. I'm resting, and energy is like anything else, okay? You ever do a HIIT workout where you have to do 20 seconds on and then 40 seconds off? That's stand-up comedy. That's a version of stand-up comedy because you're punching, they're laughing. So you're going to give them a breather too, but very light breather. Very light, that they think they got it together. And they're wiping their nose, and then you hit them again with another fucking array of bullets. But in a theater, when you come out first, it's the energy. You can't come out fucking around. You got to come out and get to it like if you're pissed. Like if you're fucking pissed. And then they get it. They're like, okay, but, if you do a club, hi, my name is Lee. Don't forget, put away your phones. And I lost you. Put away your phones. And don't forget to go on the website to see what the upcoming acts are. Are you guys ready to have a good time? You got to do that shit. But there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Have a great fucking time with it. And then it doesn't even seem like you're really doing it,
Yeah, and it's I've been listening a little bit to some of my older stuff, when I first started. There's definitely a difference. But it's hard. I love when we have these talks and you give me advice and I try to implement it. I genuinely will try to implement it. But it's almost some of them I'm I don't know if I'm not ready to, or I just don't know how to really, because it's especially from that because you have such, dude, when you're walking around and you move, and especially when you laugh at yourself, all that stuff is something that myself and I think comics at my level look at and we want to do, but it's it's a language on top of the jokes.
It took years also. Remember, you're looking at 35 fucking years on stage.
Holy shit.
34 fucking years. The only thing that I came back from those 2 sets last week were I'm writing a lot more. Mm-hmm. I'm not writing anything fucking funny, but I'm writing. And I'm writing twice a day. And that's a muscle right there. Mm-hmm. At least your thoughts are always racing. For a long time, I didn't do shit. I just wrote out 3 sentences every day and something for my daughter or something like that. Now, I get up in the morning, I do some shit, I smoke some pot, and I fucking write. Once my wife goes for a walk at 7:15, I know I got 45 minutes of fucking peace. So I go right back in there again and attack it again. And then she gets home. I do what I got to do. I shower. I go out. And then I'll think about shit throughout the day. That's what I do in the drive. Turn the fucking music off and think about one fucking thing and beat it in your mind. I'd rather be doing it with a piece of paper.
Right.
But I don't have a piece of paper in the car. And I'll have, I'll have a car with 1,000 dents. So I fucking just, you just can't.
Right.
And I don't know what happened to my video thing in the car. I used to be able to go, suck my dick and tape it.
Right.
And then go home later on, but it disappeared. I got to go back and download the fucking app. So
I love when you say things it's still there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I don't think anything disappeared from your phone.
Nah, it's not there. I had the voice memo. It just went away. Dog, I don't know what I'm doing on this phone. Let's get something straight, okay, guys? And for the people at home, I don't know what I'm doing on these phones. I touch shit disappears, shit pops back up. I got the essential. I don't even put Twitter and Facebook on my phone. People think like I got fit. They message me, hey, man, we're here. Don't do it on fit. You're an hour away. I don't have any. You know why? I don't even want those on my phone.
And just get they'll distract you?
Instagram's on my phone, but I don't have fucking Twitter and the other fucking thing. It's one less thing to worry about.
Fuck. Have you?
I have that. I have Whoop. I have the things I open the most. I'll tell you right now. Whoop, DraftKings, Instagram, Apple Music, Weight Watchers, Lexus once in a while, the Zen planner for jiu-jitsu, so you could schedule when you want to go to class and who's going to be there and shit like that. Beside that, there ain't much. I don't fuck around because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I got a calculator, I got a camera, I got a picture of a duck. I don't know what that motherfucker does. There's like a duck. I don't know what the fuck he does with money on him. SteamYard. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's how we used to do the old
I got
podcast.
a calendar. I got fucking productivity and finance. I don't know what any of these things are. Files, Coinbase, Dropbox, Meet Georgie. I don't even know it. Wallet.
Dude, it's one of my favorites. Like one of
teleprompter, notes. I don't even know how to work notes. It says iCloud notes, and I don't even know where the fuck I go to there. And this is not good. This is not good. And people think like, no. I got United. In case you got to fly out of Newark. I got the important
But there's
shit.
no way you're pulling up the app at the airport either. Like, you still use the paper.
They bother me. And they fucking make me open United. But I always give them the phone. I just give it to them. There you go. Knock yourself out. See if you get the Wi-Fi. It ain't working for me. I don't even know what the fucking code is.
Dude, it was I think the first thing you had me do for you. Because we met a few times in LA and we would hang out outside. And then one afternoon, you needed help on your laptop uploading a picture to Twitter. And it took me 30 seconds. And you looked at me and said, you're an unadulterated genius. It's so, dude, that was one of the funniest. It was just uploading a picture to Twitter.
Dog, anybody that could do anything I can't do in my world is a genius. You have no idea how many mistakes I make. How many fucking people text me numbers and I'll say, text me the address, and then I'll try to touch it and send it to somebody else, and I'll send them something completely wrong. They'll be getting directions to Pennsylvania. And go, what the fuck were you sending me? I don't know. That's what my wife has to, drop a pin?
Drop a pin.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know how to drop a pin. How's that? If you called me and said, drop a pin, I couldn't help you out at all. It looks like you're going to be lost like a motherfucker. I don't know any of that shit. I don't know how to Photoshop. I don't even know how to, put a picture on Instagram and put words under it.
Right.
People put words under it and that shit. I don't know how to do that. I went to it one time, use a template and all that shit. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know, and I don't want to know. Forget about editing.
Right.
I've tried to be an editor 80 times. I've downloaded the Apple program because I heard that if you bought an Apple computer, you go to the Apple store and take classes. Mm-hmm. That you could sign up.
Yeah.
But every time I signed up, they didn't want to see me. The fucking class was packed. I went 3 places. Studio City, Culver City. Fuck.
Dude,
a year in advance.
Really?
Yeah. So what the fuck? You promised me fucking, how to do this shit for retards, and now you're not even letting me in the fucking class. It's like SAG-AFTRA. Before you join SAG-AFTRA, they won't tell you nothing. For you people at SAG-AFTRA at home, you got to go on the website and look to see what they offer, because they'll never tell you this shit. They'll never tell you this. SAG and AFTRA fucking put workshops on and acting classes with like fucking big time people, but they don't send you an email. You got to dig deep and go, oh my God. And then you sign up and it's the same thing. Class is booked. You're sitting there all fucking day waiting for 6 o'clock so you can hit the link to sign up. You're right there at 5:59. You got the trigger finger. You took some Adderall, whatever the fuck you took, the speed in you.
Yeah.
You hit that motherfucker within 2 seconds. It's sold out. I never took an AFTRA fucking course. Ever. Fucking 20 years I applied for those things.
How, like, are you self-conscious about not being good on the computer and stuff? Or do you not give a shit?
What am I going to do? I don't trust myself on anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? I go up to my kitchen and it's those new stoves. Beep, 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 beep. You know. Beep, 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 beep. Everything's a beep, 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 beep. I don't know if the stove is on. I don't know. Listen, the first week I was in New Jersey where nobody knows, we stayed at
corporate housing.
And the girls would go to bed early. I was freaking the fuck out. I was living in anxiety. I could not sleep. So at night, I would make the Michael Jackson tea.
I forgot about that.
3 coffees. I'd put a syringe of 1,000 milligrams. I put a handful of fucking ABXs. And I'd stare the thing because the ABXs would melt in there.
Right.
Oh my God, I put a little fucking sugar in there to sweeten it up.
Yeah, I'm sure that one little bit of sugar helped.
So one night I drank one of those and I was fucked up.
Yeah.
And about 2 a.m, I go, you know what? I need another one of these to fall asleep at 4. I did the first one like at 11. Do you know I got so fucked up? Listen, it was a metal coffee pot. You know those pots you put in the thing and they go boo when it's ready?
Yeah, the tea.
I was so fucked up. That thing went boo for like 3 hours. The metal collapsed. There was no water in it. It was burning. My wife woke up and she's like, what's burning? I go, what's burning? I don't know. And she goes, Jesus Christ, Joey. The thing was black. We had to take it out the next day and put it in the garbage before they charged me for like $82.
Jesus.
I had to go buy a new one and shit. I melted the thing.
You melted a metal teapot. And what, you just were too high and fell asleep?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just kept hearing beep, 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 boop, whatever the fuck. And then this new kitchen, I don't know how to do nothing in there. I don't know how to work the microwave.
Okay, that's a start.
But everything else is bullshit. And I'm the type of guy, I go for the ice machine and break. Like my wife is in there fucking getting ice cubes, crullers. I put my thing in I got to turn the thing around, put my hand in there, and take a big fucking, snowman fucking piece of snow out. I don't have no luck. So my wife always goes, why don't you heat that food up? I'm like, not in a fucking million years. Because that's a new stove. I don't know nothing about that thing. It makes a bunch of tick, 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 and then you turn it off and it still leaks gas. So I'm in the basement smoking a joint. Next thing you know, I got no head. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that shit. I'd rather starve to death. I won't cook a fucking thing in my house. One night I tried cooking eggs and the house almost blew up. I tried making scrambled eggs in the middle of the night.
Right.
As a cook, I'm fucking worthless. Guys, you got to understand something. I'm very lucky to have, to work hard to make people laugh. Because if I wouldn't, it would have been a fucking long life for me. I can't change a flat. There's a lot of things I can't I mean, you put a gun to my head, I could change a flat. For $15 an hour, I ain't changing your fucking flat. You could change your own fucking flat. You know what I'm saying? Like there was things I couldn't do. Like
right.
I just couldn't do. When I was younger, yeah, I could paint. I could roof, I was a sous chef for a few weeks, but I didn't like knives. I don't like working with fucking my fingers. You start talking shit. Next thing you know, I'm thummy. Fucking, I don't like none of that shit.
Oh, it gives me, I don't know how people do that.
I could do. I was telling my friend retired. He's a cop. They gave him his military time. They mixed it with the police time. And he retired when he's 39.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for nothing. Because yesterday, he's telling me that, yesterday he's like, I think I'm going to get a bus driver job in Marlboro and drive the kids and lift weights for lunch and then do the kids. And I go, dog, how long do you think this? Plus, he was a fucking undercover cop. I go, how long do you think this is going to last? And he just looked at me. He goes, why? I go, that's not going to last. I go, first off, we live in the most boring neighborhood in New Jersey. There ain't nobody out in the daytime. Not a soul. Like, you can't find a fucking soul out in my town unless you go to a gym.
Right.
If you go to the restaurants, it's 3-4 people. Nobody does anything in the daytime. But when I first moved here, and George will be my witness, I used to come up to North Bergen a lot more. And I stopped because I was driving an hour just to drop 150 on lunch and tolls and shit. And I would look for people in North Bergen. Like, seriously look. Like, I would go to the parks and shit. Like, let's see who's at the park drinking. And, dog, the same thing in my hometown. A town that every 3 blocks, you could see 3 people on a corner or 2 people walking somewhere and pull over and go, anybody see George? Yeah, he's at 64th Street Field. Boom. You take a bus, you go down to the field. You know, yeah, they're having a party at whatever. That does not, when I leave here at night, I make it a purpose to go down Kennedy Boulevard. I make it a purpose to go down Kennedy Boulevard, and my heart breaks. Because there's a mile that you don't even see a fucking light. Not a fucking light. And what time do I leave here? 9:30? I know there's a curfew in my hometown for kids. I think so, 10 o'clock.
Whoa.
But still, it's 9:30. I would rock till 9:59. I'm out there fucking shooting bow and arrows like Rambo till 10:59, 9:59. There's not a soul out there. And let me put it even better to you. A couple of weeks ago, I went down Bergen Line Avenue. If you think I wanted to cry on Kennedy Boulevard, I almost fucking stopped at my mother's bar and just cried. I knew that. Listen, I don't know a lot of pieces of land in Hudson County, but I knew one thing. I knew 29th Street all the way to 48th, where Cubaville opens up, where the Genos used to be in the corner, I knew that. I knew that like the back of my hand. First of all, there was a movie theater on 45th and Bergen Line. And after that, there weren't a lot of things open, but there were things open. Last week I went down, I didn't see a light. There wasn't a business open after you hit 48th Street. Past 29th, there's a head shop that's open till 10 or something on 17th Street. That's it. That whole block. That was New Moon Chinese Restaurant. That was Hernandez Cuban Restaurant. That was Pino's Pizzeria all the way down to fucking 23rd Street. And Bergen Line, you had action. There ain't nothing there. There's nobody on the corners. Nobody's. If you don't have a day job now in Jersey, you die. You fucking die.
I think that's what people like, though. Like, don't you think your buddy who was a undercover cop in the army, like, enjoys a little bit of peace, or no? You think, like...
Listen, let's get something straight. I come from central New Jersey, and everybody in this room will tell you. When I was growing up as a kid, we looked at central New Jersey and said, fuck those rednecks. Because that's exactly what they were. If you weren't from Hudson County, you were a farmer. It's like that expression, if you're not from Brooklyn, you're a farmer.
Okay.
You know, all this shit, Hudson County, was fucking nice. Once Secaucus was a pig farm. Okay, that was a fucking pig farm. You drive through Secaucus, you still smell a little fucking, you still hear a little, yeah, whatever the fuck noise the pigs make. Bah, whatever the fuck they make.
That's a sheep. I think it's oink.
And I love central New Jersey where I live. But when I was a kid, let me tell you how this story goes. What's that when they say it's 60%? What's that when your world goes 60 degrees? When I was a kid in 1969, 70, 71, 68, that was my job, to go with the fucking Cubans who couldn't speak English. And I would get in the car with them in Harlem and go to Marlboro, New Jersey, because it was a farm. The whole town of Marlboro was a farm. It was a fucking farm. And they would buy the Santeria chickens to kill them. Huh. And the goats and the monkeys and everything else you bought down in South Jersey. So there was no paperwork. You bought them directly from the fucking farm. That's why it's very weird that I ended up back in Marlboro 50 fucking years. And let me put it this way. I used to go to Englishtown in 1976, 77, and 78. Every other Sunday, me and Frankie Balzano would drive to Englishtown and buy limousines for the feet for $7. They were irregular. This is way before, what's the clothing store that you give all the irregular stuff?
Ross, TJ Maxx.
Ross. You go in there, they have like the stitch says Well, I can't say what the stitch says, but instead of Nike, it's something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
fucking Mikey. You know.
And who are you selling these irregular shoes to?
You'd bring them up north, and you fucking sell them for $15. Me and Frankie, $7 every Sunday. We'd go down there, buy all the sizes from 8 to fucking 13, and take our chances.
But where?
That was a flea market down there.
Oh, okay.
It's still there. What's it called? Englishtown Flea Market.
Right, but you'd buy them there. Where would you sell these shoes?
Up here, you fuck.
To who?
To
Are you
kids
just walking
on the
around and
street.
you want some shoes?
Kids whose parents won't give them $19.99. Those sneakers were like $22. If you saved $7, you follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
You didn't get a box. That's it.
Okay.
You didn't get a box. Who needs a box for $7?
Fuck it.
They're irregular. Nobody's going to see that the star is a little smaller on this side. It was a hustle, but there was nothing down there. Right. And I'm not, it was a different, like I remember going to a fucking, like one of those bowl nights, like December 29th, 30th, like that. I was probably a senior in high school, and a buddy of mine picked me up with like 3 other kids. And then we picked up like 2 other savages, and we were going to somewhere like an hour away. His cousin had told him there was a party over there. And I'll never forget, we walked into that party, and we're like, what the fuck is going on here? Within 10 minutes, one of us was in the bedroom stealing, robbing the house, jewelry, and then we passed around. Then they passed around the hat, the people, because we got there, and they're like, you guys got to chip in. They passed around the hat, and I'm not going to tell you who from North Bergen took the hat, took the cash out, put it in his pocket, and threw the hat back at them and says, we're out of here. It was like $40. And he just took the hat. And I'll never forget walking out of there, and the people were like shambled. It's like, you guys are criminals. You're animals. You're savages and all this shit. We just got in the car and left. And I'm like, that was easy. That was fucking easy. Like they were just, it was like a different world.
That was, yeah. Dude, I think, honestly, the majority of people now, if you work a 9 to 5, if you're actually at the office, by the time they get home, they Uber Eats, they watch TV. Like, I don't think people go out and do anything.
So, Lee, you were saying that people work all day, and then they go home, they Uber Eats, and they stream a show.
And that's, dude, I think, because that's how I got really fat. When I first moved to LA, I worked 10 to 7, and I didn't want to even stop at a restaurant or cook, so I would pick up fast food. But I think now, yeah, I think a lot of people...
Now, you live in New York City.
I don't do that, but
the mecca of fucking everything.
Uh-huh.
What do you see when you go out to do comedy at night? Like, what do you see?
So my problem is like, I only got here in September. To me, I do see people out, but I have to be honest, other than like a Times Square or like, the parks, like where people are supposed to be, it's not jam-packed a lot. And I've talked to people who have been there for a while, and it does seem less. But I think like New York, or honestly any city, I think is different. That's why I've always loved cities, because there's always someone outside.
Well, let's say like, what's the latest you stayed out in New York walking around the streets? Like from a comedy show, you and 2 comics.
2-something?
Stop.
Probably.
And what's on the streets at 2-something? Are there bars with 20,000 people in it, or?
Not usually. No, I haven't. It was the one bar that I saw that was packed this week was a gay bar, which I thought was great.
They're always packed. They're giving out yum juice in there. Those fucking gay guys, they don't stream TV. They don't eat that shit from fucking Uber Eats. They eat cock and carrot juice. You know what I'm saying? They're out. And they drink and they snort coke and they do methadone pills. Then they go to the gym and work out like savages, So here's my point, okay? 40 years ago, right now, in 1985, I was living with George. I stayed with George for about 6 months. And George would tease me. George would say, you're not going to go out? George used to go out 4 nights a week. The weekends with his friend Sammy, and then during the week with a girl and whatever. He would go to the fucking bicycle club. He would go to all these clubs, And he would ask me every night, you don't want to go out? I just didn't like it. There was certain nights, but we did go out. We went to a club one night when I robbed a gas station to celebrate. I took him into the city to a club, and then. But besides that, when I like going out, but this is what I like. Like a month ago, I went out 2 months ago. I stayed out till 2 a.m. That's fucking rare. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a fucking good time. I ate some mushrooms. I was at a strip club. All the chicks looked purple to me. You know, they would work me for $1 and I would giggle in their face. It was fun. You know, it was fun. You're talking to other people. But for me to get dressed on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday, come up here, pick Nick up, to go into the city to have dinner, to meet a bunch of people, to go to a club, I'd rather fucking stick knives in my eyeballs. Dude. I'd rather stick knives in my eyeballs. Again, I was also the type of kid that if you caught me on a good night, I mean, I still remember lifting weights with lubes at 5:30 and hearing that Prince was going to play with Nucleus and Sheila E. for $15, and we made it by 8:00.
That's cool.
Into the city. I like all that type of shit. When I don't have that shit about, let's go see Guns N' Roses in June, and then we're gonna cargo. What's that shit they call outside in front of the stadium and tailgate? No, that's gone. We don't tailgate. We get there fucked up. Okay, we're fucked up.
Yeah, you can tailgate with drugs.
Nah, but that's not. No, you can't, because there's fags out there and white people who rat you out. You can't put a mirror on top of your hood and smoke coke on it no more. That ship sailed. That's exactly what we were doing. But to get to the point here, I wasn't an out guy then. I get every once in a while I got a feather up my ass, and I go, you know what am I going to do at home? The girls are sleeping. What the fuck? I might as well. The other night from Philadelphia, I had that kid in the car, whatever. On the way home, we talked. I didn't need him talking to me. I liked that he was there. He's a great kid. But that talking took away from my thought. I dropped him off and went for a ride. And I went to a bar and I had a fucking martini.
You had a fucking martini?
By myself. That's how much I needed. When I called my wife at 10 and she's like, I'm going to be going to sleep. And Mercy just made cookies. We're going to be in bed. I'm not going to sit there by myself and then trip in the basement. That's what happens. The four walls close in on a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that's what the ride home is for me.
Uh-huh.
That's what the ride home is for me, to see what happened, how did it happen, why did I say that joke. That's what it is. It's like I don't need a tape recorder. I don't want a tape recorder. It's in my head already. It's in my head.
You remember the whole thing?
Pieces of it. And then you call me and fill me in.
Yeah, I try to, but dude, you need a tape recorder.
I don't like listening to my voice. So
no one does.
Never gonna happen.
Dude, anyway. The reason why your joke works for me is because that's what my voice sounds like. I hate listening to my voice.
Anyway, nobody likes your fucking voice, all right?
Thank you.
I like your voice, okay? You have a very nice Jewish voice.
I appreciate that.
But, all right. Then I left George and went to Colorado, and I wasn't going out in Colorado. I was snorting coke. Big difference. Going out and doing blow is a big difference. Yeah, once I started making money selling cars, I would go to, what's the hamburger place? That there's one in by my house that they have unless French fries.
Red Robin.
Red Robin used to have tremendous drinks in Boulder. They used to have a Coco Loco. I'd buy a gram of Coke, put it in my pocket, go over there, get 2 Coco Locos, maybe a top shelf margarita, and I'd do 2 bumps. Once the Coke started hitting me, I stopped at the liquor store right there in Boulder, picked up my fucking 6-pack, and went home. And that's what I did. I didn't like being out in public when you're that high. At that point, I didn't like it. So I never really liked going out. And then I did something for a guy who, I still remember being at Corky's and going, I can't wait till I move to Colorado. I'm never going to a fucking bar again. And I didn't. And I never did. But guess what happened in 1991? I decided to get on stage. And I'm like, no matter how you cut it, now you got to be out at night.
You're in a bar every night.
And
multiple
I fucking hated it. But then once I got into comedy, I started to enjoy it. And the first 5 years, you're in a fucking bar anyway.
Oh, constantly.
Okay, so from 1991, let's clean this up. From October of 93 to June of 2004, I got on stage almost every night. Almost every night. The first time I took a break was when I started shooting The Longest Yard, because they had no comedy in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I went to a couple strip clubs and talked to them about it, and they're like, nah, nothing happens in here. Nah.
I'm surprised you didn't somehow try to convince the other comics on the movie to do a show for
Tracy Morgan wasn't there for longer than like 4 days. So
right.
Nobody, and you got to go to Albuquerque.
Right.
And Albuquerque's the quick. If you want to get stabbed, go to Albuquerque. Go to fucking Albuquerque. Something always bad happens in Albuquerque when I'm there. So I'd rather not be there. But that was my life.
Yeah.
I remember like going, tonight I still remember getting an audition for NYPD Blue. And going, I'm going to stay in tonight because I'd never seen NYPD Blue. 1997, I was doing stage comedy every night. You got to remember, I did not have a TV after I needed Coke money and I sold my Trinitron for like $100. I didn't have a TV after February. From February of 95 to June of 95, I did not have a TV. There was no reason for me to be home. I did that on purpose. I didn't want to be home. You're not going to get funny at the house.
Right.
Come home at 2, snort Coke, do whatever you want, but that's how I prepared myself for those times. I was broke anyway. I couldn't afford cable and the whole fucking box. I had to steal it. Forget it. I just not have a fucking TV. And I did that. And I fucking, when you're out doing comedy, you're doing blow, you're having a good fucking time. And then I stopped doing blow. And that was it. Like, my life changed because I didn't want to be freaky no more. I didn't want to be out of my mind anymore. And I knew that by going home, I wouldn't get in trouble, because you can't get in trouble at the house unless you stab your wife. Nothing bad's going to happen to you at the house, And now, at my age, this is all I want. I want somebody to pick me up at 5 after 7 with a joint and an idea. All right? Maybe 2 joints. We go somewhere, we get out of the car, we smoke 1 joint, we get back in the car, we go for a ride, we smoke another joint, and then we take a ride to get something to eat, like a milkshake. If you bring me back home by 9 o'clock, I'll never bother you again. My wife won't even hear about it. Just that hour and a half, 2 hours, is all I need. I don't need to go to Studio 54. I don't need to go to the city to talk to people. I don't need to go to a comedy club to talk to people. Seriously. And that's how I've always been.
Yeah.
The greatest times I've ever had in this area was when Lubes would pick me up at 7:45. We'd go over the bridge, buy a bag of weed, roll it, smoke it on the way down the West Side Highway, pull over on 12th Avenue, get a pretzel and a hot dog, and come back to Lincoln Tunnel. And then come up fucking through Hudson County Park, back to fucking Kennedy Boulevard. That was the best times of my life. I could do that 5 nights a fucking week and stop somewhere different to get something to eat. A slice of pizza, and I'll put it in my food budget. I'll eat earlier. I'll eat like at 5, because I know I'm going out at 10 after 7 to get something.
Right.
A Sicilian, maybe we'll stop and get a fucking bar pie,
Oh, dude, I couldn't relate to anything more than you just said.
My wife just told me a couple weeks ago, she goes, why don't you get an apartment up there for the summer so you can see your friends, you're closer to George. And I told her, I said, here's the deal, Terry. Like I'm telling you guys and I'm telling people at home. This has all changed. Nightlife has changed in my area. This is not, you started at Barone's, then you went and had a drink at the Midtown, then you went over here and talked to this guy. Mm-hmm. That's non-existent in this world. If I come up here, it's basically to go to Rudy's at 9. Get a cup of soup, smoke a joint with George, and then either I go to his house, or we come here, or I go to Nick's house. And we smoke weed, we put a movie on, catch the last half of a basketball game, baseball game, and then I go home at 10 o'clock. I'm not going to move up here to jump up and down. It's not going to be the same thing. If I get in my car right now and go looking for somebody, I could paste a $300 bill on my fucking forehead and drive up and down Kennedy looking for 1 joint. I'll give you $300. You'll never find it. There's not a kid hanging out. There's not a parent hanging out. There's nobody grilling in the front there. Nothing.
And but here's the thing, because
life has changed, Lee. Right. And you're right, but I don't fucking think young kids 22, 23. I don't see it, but I do. I do see them go home, get their little blankie, get their fucking computer game out, stream one of those fag shows on Netflix, and order some fucking Indian food from some store with their girlfriends. They're both wearing sandals. I could see that. I could see that this youth is going for that. That's not what I'd be doing.
Right.
That's not what I'd be fucking doing.
It does blow my, because there are people who do that in New York, and I don't get that
Listen,
at all.
Right now I'm the type of guy that George says to me, dog, let's get in the car. Let's go to, there's a little fucking Chinese restaurant on Park Avenue. Right in North Bergen, it looks like they bombed it. Every time you go there, it's all steamed up. You can't see the Chinese people inside. But they make a nice pork fried rice. If you want to get a container of pork fried rice and sit on the street and eat it with a schnapple, with a napkin, I'm in. I'm one of those guys. I don't need to sit in there at night. But then some night we're going to get really high, and Nick's going to go, let's go down the river, whatever, and get a steak with river palm and get a steak with mashed potatoes with a salad, like a motherfucking dessert. And don't worry about nothing. Just come to the 34th floor and you can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, but I got it. That all sounds great. But you're also a comic. Like you wouldn't be moving up here to like have like a nightlife. Like your night. If you were gonna
no. I said nightlife, but that's not a nightlife. That's a fucking Joey Diaz life.
Right.
That's not a nightlife. I mean,
you're saying just for any normal person.
Listen, here's how fucking lazy I am. If I moved up here, how many nights you think I'm actually going to go to the ferry and go over there and do comedy? That's not going to happen either.
3?
Maybe.
Because I really 3 every other night.
But I'll tell you what, it's a lot different doing this shit in the spring and summer.
Yeah.
Than it is in the winter.
Oh, dude, it's great right now.
At 7 o'clock when you walk on, when that Uber drops you off in there, it's fucking beautiful at 7 o'clock. And you walk out to that fucking thing and there's everybody's coming back and you're going over,
Right.
So you go over there, you get on there, get an Uber, go to Gotham, wherever. Like when I was here for the Soprano movie, I fucking love it. I come over, go to fucking Rudy's. What's his other place? Toppers. We went a couple places at night, and I would still be over the bridge by fucking 9. I would be ashamed. All of us would eat, and we look at each other. Hey, are you tired? I'm tired. Fuck.
Yeah.
I remember going over there to a hotel like at 9 and just going up to the roof to smoke every hour on the hour. And I'm up at like 1, and I'm like, I'm fucking starving. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to eat? And I went downstairs, and the lady's like, you go wherever you want. This is open. But if you want, go to Wohop. And I remember going, I can't go to Wohop by myself. It was 1:30 in the morning. And then finally, like at 2, I'm like, this is getting serious now. I'm getting hungry. Yeah. And I called down there like at 3:30, and they was still open. We opened till 5. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to get ugly up in this bitch.
I
missed that.
Yeah, that's great.
Because I don't know what, but see, again, guys, I don't stay up late anymore. But when you stay up and you roll a little number, maybe you scroll the TV and Rambo 2 is coming on HBO and you're like, fuck it. I'm going to go smoke a couple numbers, go upstairs, get some Chips Ahoy or whatever the fuck you don't know. You can't, like, I don't plan for that because it doesn't. Sundays, it's been happening.
You stay up late?
I go to bed late and then I get up like at 5. And I watched the worst show on fucking the thing, but it's my favorite show. It's the worst. This season 4 has just depressed me more than anything in the world. Malcolm X is making dream comebacks and shit. I don't need it. Godfather of Harlem. Oh boy.
It's not good.
Yeah, the producers moved on. They got like 18 different shows. The Chin is gone. Vincent Gigante went to some, a different show. He's doing something for Marvel or one of those motherfuckers, and the show is brutal. It is brutal. My wife goes, how come you don't let me watch it? I goes, I don't want you to watch it. I don't want you to laugh at me. It's fucking god-awful. The fucking Tupac's mother is in it now, and she became a Black Panther, and fucking...
So why don't you give up? Just tell it. You can just be done with the show.
I'll give up at the end of the season. I don't think Bumpy's going to make it. I think Frank Lucas is going to kill him. So,
okay.
Because Frank Lucas is coming on the scene with Joe Colombo and fucking Bumpy's getting old. He just had a heart attack. So shit's happening in Harlem right now.
So that's what you do on Sundays now? Is you wake up early? And
I'll
watch
wake
that
up
show?
early just to watch it alone. I'll get high and I'll go back to bed.
Is it because you're embarrassed by it? Or
Yeah,
you wake
like
up early?
I can't have my wife walking into me watching that show. She'll go, Joey, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't think you're not doing it to jerk off.
And
you're doing it to watch the show.
took like another $1 million from production. So the production looks like it's a high school thing. Like the other day he was in the hospital. Dog, it was not a hospital. It was not a hospital. No fucking way. It's just not. I don't like when they do that to shows.
Remember that Clint Eastwood movie where it was like the sniper one? I already made fun of it for years, but they had like a baby in the movie, but Clint Eastwood just had them have like a toy baby. And it like was in the movie, like it was obviously not a real baby. Like that's crazy when they
You'd be surprised what isn't real. Like animals.
The animals aren't real?
No.
What
They're
are
like
they?
petrified animals, and the camera moves and the editing. They put like a real fucking animal. Then they pull them away and they put like a fake, and then you shoot the fucking thing, it explodes.
Oh
They
yeah,
shoot
the
it
ones
from the other
exploding.
side.
I figured weren't
Whatever
real.
you could do with a camera is brilliant. What they could do with a camera, they can make you believe anything.
Yeah,
So it's
but
pretty.
if it's that bad,
Like today, oh yeah. And that Godfather of Harlem, oh my God, he crashes into somebody. It's a guy with a beard that crashes in, and then fucking Pino comes out, and he's got like an Italian guy. I'm like, there was a terrorist just driving that fucking car. I thought it was jihad in Brooklyn. And now the guy's got a beard. Like they couldn't even. A lot of movies, I look for that stupid shit.
yeah.
Like when people fall off a cliff or something, how they tuck their head, or they'll put like a wig on, and you see the wig fly off. Shit like that.
What was the De Niro one where like you could see it was a casino where they blew up the car at the end?
Yeah.
But they had like a dummy in the car that like there was like a frame they just cut. Like
Yeah.
the editing was just a little weird.
And sometimes they do. The editor goes, "Let's leave it in to fuck with people." It's like if you watch the first Brad Pitt and George Clooney when they rob people.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11. Watch the first one. There's a scene where they do that to fuck with people. Brad Pitt is eating a shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
He's eating it off a dish, dipping it in the thing. The next scene, he's got the shrimp cocktail the way a
Really?
shrimp cocktail is supposed to come. That's a huge fucking motion picture. That's a huge George Clooney and Brad Pitt and 8 other fucking animals. You got 8 eyes looking at that. Not one person. That's how fucking monotonous something could get. Like if you keep looking at something over and over,
Right.
it just gets that monotonous. When I see it, I'm like, oh, there's a couple Sopranos where you see the boom.
Yeah, really?
Couple Sopranos where you see the fucking boom. You know, and dog, it's a busy day. It's 13 hours. You've been there since 6. This guy didn't show up. This woman's pussy hurts. Everybody's complaining. They can't find the missing shoe. And all of a sudden you just want to get out of there. And you shoot through it, and whatever the eye is used to, it's like when you go home. You ever go home and look at the mirror when you get ready? We all get ready. You know, it's not that you look in the mirror, look at my fucking hair. No, I got 3 hairs left, you know. But I don't give a fuck who you are. Look at your home mirror and then go to Vegas and take a shower and go in the mirror with your clothes on. You're going to go, what the fuck happened? I aged. I got fatter. I got skinnier. My feet look big because your mirror, you see what you want to see. On that Vegas mirror, that motherfucker don't lie. That's the real deal. That's who's the chick who looks at the mirror, mirror on the wall? Same fucking thing. Who's the
Snow
ugliest
White?
motherfucker of them all? Jesus Christ, it's me. That's what the fucking problem is there.
Could you imagine if you had a mirror that talked to you and told you what you look like?
I'm thinking of making one. That's a good idea. I'm going to patent it. You look like Dick. You look like a fucking sack of shit. Okay? With that fucking shirt on. Where the fuck are you going? But it's really weird what I look for at night in nightlife. Now, I'm not looking. Dog, I could never. The only way I could stay up till 1 is if me and George had a coffee now. And I did like something like half a mushroom or another taffy. I'd be up till 1, maybe 2. I got to know what it'd be tomorrow, till 11. So I don't give a fuck. But that won't stop me. I'll go to bed at 2, but at 6:30, that cat will be waking me up. And then I'll get up. And then I'll actually get up, drink coffee, do what I got to do in the morning, talk to my wife. And sometimes once she leaves, I'm like, I'm showered. I'm going back to bed. Fuck it. I go back to bed for another hour. I get up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need my 8 now. So, but no, I'm not looking to be Johnny Bananas. It's like game 7 of the Knicks the other day, game 6. I love what I do. I love that I'm a comic and I lucked out and shit works out to me. But that doesn't give me the right to dress up like a fucking clown and buy tickets I can't afford to go to a Knick game, to jump up and fucking down like I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you watch it. Listen, you want to go to a Knick game and hide? Like when you see, what's his name? The guy who dated his daughter.
Woody Allen.
The Chinese girl.
Woody Allen.
Remember he used to go to Knick games? He didn't sit in the front. He sat in the corner because he knew he was doing something evil. The real gangsters don't want to be seen.
It does seem like that when you watch like
that's what everything has become. That's what everything has become. When you go to when you look at those Knick games, here's the sad fucking thing. Those first 10 rows, they're not even there to watch the game. You can see it on the TV screen. Mm-hmm. They're talking to each other. They're looking at their sunglasses. They're looking at the phone. They're not there. They just want to tell their friends, I went to the Knick game last night. Oh, my God, how was it? It was so exciting. No, you didn't even watch. You couldn't wait for the game to end. So you go home to your fucking ugly cat. You know? The fuck is wrong with people?
No, it's for them to take an Instagram picture.
That's it. But that's every game you see. Not if you're watching like Memphis or, Oklahoma City or Denver. But L.A. Lakers is the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The Garden is the same thing. Miami, who's in the audience. Dude, and that just, and then people, it just, I don't know. It just sucks. I think it's just, I don't know. You have to pull up to the side of the Garden for a limo to pull you up. It's just, I don't know, man. It's not for me. I just want to fucking move in darkness.
Yeah. You never want to be seen.
I don't want to be fucked. You know why? And to act that way bothers me. Like to act that way. Like there's only one time I had a good time when somebody put a camera on me, and that was last year at the UFC.
Oh, that was cool.
Because I knew that dude. I know him. So he asked me, and I was like, I don't know. And they were all talking about it. They go, give it a shot. And then he came back, and then he came back another time, and they were like, no, that's it. But that dude didn't. But I see that dude all the time. He's been with the UFC for I don't know how fucking long. But that shit makes me feel like I would hate to get caught on the camera when you have to kiss somebody.
You don't like the kiss cam?
I mean, you're sitting next to, I don't know.
Your wife, hopefully.
Yeah, let's say I'm sitting next to my wife. I don't mind kissing her, but it's just, I don't like kissing somebody on the spot. That's like fucking playing fucking spin the bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Could you propose at a stadium? Like people do that?
No, I saw that the other day. The chick pitched and she turned around and he's on one knee like a faggot. Because what if she says no?
Oh, I know.
That's fucking life-changing. That's worse than your team losing and you got the jacket and the helmet on like a fucking 10-year-old. So I proposed to Terry on the phone.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, on the fucking phone. That's how normal people do it. I got to make an event. I got to make an event and put a bird trailing a sign that says, I love you, Terry, and I got to get on my one knee like a fucking idiot. That's what you did in 19th century, right? When you had the bow and arrow. That's not even the bow and arrow. A little after that, like before the Titanic, like the Titanic.
Yeah, okay.
You got to come to a woman's house with a hat on your chest. Charlie-o. I'm here to pick up Cynthia. And where do you plan to take Cynthia? I plan to take her for some tea and then maybe see a concert. And who's performing? Oh, my goodness. Have you heard of the White Rail? Oh, we love the White Rail. Oh, my
You'd have to court them.
Huh?
It was like courting.
Yeah, you have to court
you ask the parents'
and then
permission.
the parents come out with you the first time, and you're just trying to fucking get a piece. And they're watching you like fucking you're a kidnapper.
Do you do you think now you would have texted her? Like I can't dude, I've never heard of anyone getting proposed to over the phone.
I was with her for 9 years. You don't need the drama. That's it. Do you ever see Pretty Woman? The best part of Pretty Woman was when she's talking to Richard Gere and she's waiting for Richard Gere to make a move. And Richard Gere shows up with strawberries. And what else did he show up with? Champagne. Remember? And she was eating the strawberries. And he's like, slow down. You got to fucking, because she's an animal. And all of a sudden, she looks at him and goes, listen, before we get this started, I'm a sure thing. Okay?
I forgot about that.
I'm a sure thing. So knock it off with the romance and the fucking, yeah, I'm here to fuck. You paid me $2,000. There ain't no looking back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't need strawberries.
No. I'm a sure thing. That's it. You know, when you're with somebody for 9 years, she's a sure thing. She ain't going nowhere.
Right. But
how's she going to carry all the cats out by herself? It's a sure fucking thing.
You can take 2 trips. But, like, dude, how did that conversation lead up to it? Why? Like, were you planning on proposing?
Not at all. Not at all. I was clean off the coke for about a year. I was finally stabilized. And I was looking at her. And you can love a woman with all your heart, all right? You can love a woman with all your... Now, listen, I came from the fucking 70s where you meet a woman, you take her home, and whatever happens, happens. If she ain't got no family, there ain't no sense of marrying her, getting stuck with the tab and fucking, no. You understand me? Like, I came from a different time. She's your woman. You don't need no fucking document to prove that she's your woman. At the end of the day, every man in this room would not get married unless they're for her parents or your parents. Mm-hmm. So, I was just living with her. I was already married. I failed at it. Who would want to marry a guy that was already married and failed on it? Why would you want to fail? Because then you kept falling into that stupid fucking, oh, I've been married for 4 times. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser.
2 is a lot different than 4.
Yeah, but after the first time, you're a fucking loser, okay? You failed at the basic communication. Basic. It's a man and a woman. You fucking got an F. Things happen. I get it. Things happen. That's not what happened with me and my ex-wife. Things happen. But, when you're with somebody that long, it's like we what these idiots call my ride and die, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
Right.
They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Everybody's pissed off. Everybody's putting something online right now. I don't know how I feel about David Portnoy. I know he's a great fucking guy, and he's helped a lot of businesses and shit. Sometimes he pisses me off with the shit he says, but you gotta love what the man said last week on Club Shay Shay. He said you hear that? He broke up with his wife, they're divorced, but she still has access to the fucking account.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And he goes, why'd you do that? He goes, because she was with me when I couldn't afford a hamburger. In. That's it. That's what people forget all the time. So most guys leave, and that's what he did. He got a 26-year-old. You get a young chick, whatever, but you forgot about that fucking cheeseburger. Like, I still have the first TV me and that woman bought. And I'm a fucking animal. Everybody knows I'm a fucking animal. I have nothing from my youth. I fucking stole people's houses that were holding my stuff. I robbed 2 people who were holding my stuff. I lost it all. But there's people who, and it's, I didn't know I was going to get married. I just knew she was sad about something. She had gone home, and her brother and sister-in-law were about to have their second kid. And she's fucking around with me for 9 years. We're still living in a 1-bedroom fucking apartment studio. We share a fucking car. A woman at one point goes, what the fuck? And I don't blame you. 9 years, like I say all the time, you could suck dick in an apartment, you could suck dick in a mansion. I'd rather suck dick in a mansion with silk sheets and a guy playing the violin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your church is nice and clean. You don't have to get up and go to work. But, so I don't know, Lee. I went to this thing that day, and I talked to a friend of mine, a Santeria Babalao. He was my kung fu teacher. And one day I went over there for a read. And when I do Santeria stuff, the male saints don't ever fucking bother me. They always say, like, don't hang out on the corner, or don't carry a weapon, or don't drink, shit like that. It's before I leave, the women saints always raise their fucking hands. And they always got something to say. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to treat this person better. You got to do this. And you understand when they say it to you. They don't say it to you like you got to be nicer to Lee. They don't tell you that. They say something else to you. And when you get in the car, you're like, I know what they're talking about. And he was telling me that this saint kept throwing up, that I couldn't let this woman go. The woman I had, don't let her go. Because at that point, I'm like, I ain't doing nobody no favors. You got to be honest with yourself. I ain't doing her no favors. She's a pretty girl. She's got 3 or 4 more years before she could have a kid. She'd go back to Oklahoma, where my wife is from, Tennessee, and be a cowboy. You know, is it going to hurt me? Yeah. But in the long run, I'm going to be a better man for it. And whatever that guy said to me, I'll never forget. I got in the car, and I called my wife from the car. I put the air on, and I'm like, listen, here's the deal. Let's get married, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call your dad. That I did do. I called her dad. He didn't even know what I was talking about. What? Yeah, I'm going to marry your wife. What? Yeah, I'm going to marry your wife. Really? Yeah. You know, that's exactly what I did. The wedding cost us $1,000, Guy.
That never happened.
You didn't need pigeons. We didn't need white people jumping up and down in a band and somebody banging a glass and making believe you love each other. And my love this is my new sister-in-law. We don't need that. We don't need that. That's for fucking people who want to show you something. That's for that fat chick that never had dick. And she gets married at 48. She's got to show everybody she's married now. Fucking the dress don't even fit no more.
I think she might have earned it at 48.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
So what did you get for $1,000?
Well, we got the cake, a dress, my wedding band, decorations, because the Hollywood Bowl gave us the lounge for free. We got Cuban food from El Cochinito, pork chunks. We got fried chicken from Ralph's, from Rock and Roll Ralph's, has the best fried chicken. And we got pastrami from Langer's. And fucking, and that was it. And we told people they have to bring a gift. And it was on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put anybody out. Because when you have a fucking wedding on a Saturday, you put me the fuck out. Okay, that's 8 hours out of my fucking day. Let's narrow that down. We got married in one of those chapels on Wilshire. You walk in, the midget comes out in a tuxedo, bop, bop, bop. You sign. We got in the fucking car and drove a half a mile up to the fucking Hollywood Bowl. Everybody came with jeans and T-shirts. I did not give a fuck. And it was perfect. And 16 years later, we're still fucking together. Yes, so you want to talk to me about having pigeons and kissing everybody and white people, everybody dressed in white suits, and you don't need that shit at the end of the day. But you got to convince this chick you're marrying that. That's the problem. You got to convince this poor girl that since she's been 8, she's having a dream to marry a prince, and you're going to come in on a white horse, and the dad's going to pay for everything. You know, that's the problem you have. It's pretty tough to convince a woman that we're not going to get married like that. For what? For your fucking goofy friends? For those retards? No, I'm not getting married. We're getting married for us.
I agree with that. And I will say, because like I was teasing you when you reminded me about proposing over the phone, but like there's a lot of people who are really unhappy in marriages and who are just like, they felt like they had to do it, or they were giving up because they were getting older, or like for a million reasons people get married that they shouldn't. And like, you know, like you said, you're about to hit it. We talked an episode or two ago about 25 years.
3 episodes about 35-year-old women.
Oh, no, but yeah, that too.
About 35-year-old women and 40-year-old men. I mean, listen, the biggest thing in this country right now is loneliness. Okay? You see it every day. You read about it. People they've depended on this online dating, and it's taken them out of going to bars and talking to people. You know, they depended too much on online dating. You know, guys my age are supposed to be really fucking bored. I'm getting there. You know, I'm getting there. That's why I do what I do. People my age get a dog. At least they walk a dog 3 times a day, and you lose your mind. You talk to the dog. You buy cookies for the, you know, whatever the fuck you do. But right now, a lot of people are fucking lonely, though.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to meet people. Very hard to meet women, but I believe in something. There's an ass for every chair. Okay? And you just got to get out there. And I've seen it. I've fucking seen it right in front of my eyes. chicks that can't catch a break and they marry some white dude and boom, they have a kid. And, I just saw a girl on Facebook. I remember when this girl was struggling. She's a fucking producer now. Her and her husband started producing fucking films. They had a kid. I know this girl 20 fucking years. She was an assistant. I believe in it. I seen it. It's just believing that you're going to meet somebody nice and fucking dropping your fucking whatever.
Your guard.
Because everybody wants a beauty queen.
Oh.
But you're 50, you're missing a tooth. You live in your mother's basement. What's going to happen? What fucking beauty queen are you going to draw? Take what you want. Take what you can get. Like the man says, what's the Stella say? You can't get what you want, but you get what you need, okay?
Have you ever had that conversation with a friend, like you need to lower your standards?
No, because they got no standards. I got friends that got no standards.
That's true.
You a little bit. George got no standards.
No, well,
he hooks up with a chick. Next thing you know, he's driving to the chemo. He don't give a fuck. Next thing you know, where are you, George? I'm at chemo. I got to call you back. I regret this piece of pussy. Yeah, you're going to glow in the dark now. Because she sucks your dick with that chemo juice in her mouth.
I don't know where to go from chemo juice, to be very honest with you.
Chemo juice is chemo juice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. I had a good time with you guys today. I hope you have a great week. I want to thank...
we had Blue Chew and we had Huel.
And Huel, I want to thank them for sponsoring us. And I want to thank you guys. What do you got this week, Cinderella?
This week, I'm all over New York throughout the week. Check out my Instagram. And yeah, I got shows coming up.
Why don't you tell them?
So Broadway Comedy Club on Wednesday night. Tuesday night, I'm at Sheba's at the Three Monkeys Bar. And then Friday night at midnight, I'm on the Upper East Side. I'll have an exact date for you.
You see? I got nothing. I got nothing all week. I might pop up somewhere. I don't know. I got nothing. I got problems. I got to go to the doctor on Wednesday, and that tells me whether they're going to put me back in the hospital for good, and we won't be doing this podcast live no more. We're doing it. Nah, you'll be here with fucking the boys, and I'll be in the hospital room coming direct from fucking... I can't even do this. I'll be missing an ear. I'll just be on this hand here. What's happening to the Lou?
Hey, buddy.
You know me, dog. Tip-top Magoo on a Monday. The last Monday of the month. That's it.
It is. It's getting crazy. We have like 4 weeks to the end of until Christmas.
Look, this year has had roller skates on it. The fucking months have been on roller skates.
It's crazy. It's like
just went through chunks, like March. Like you didn't even know March and April. Next thing you know, you're jumping up and down in May. You're at a Philly game. Then it's August and you're in North Carolina and you can't breathe. And then it's October and you're fucking, people knocking on your door looking for Kiki candy or whatever the fuck they are. What's going on?
Is that a Kit Kat?
How was your Thanksgiving?
I had a great Thanksgiving, man. We had it at my girlfriend's house with her 2 kids, and that was a lot of fun. She was getting ready, and then we all went to my aunt's house, and the kids met the rest of my side of the family, and it was pretty cool. It was cool to see.
We got along.
For the most part, it was at daytime at home. There were some. It's funny how like I'm not a parent by any stretch of the means, but I'm sort of in that world right now, and like they were great all week, and they were great on Thanksgiving. But there was a minute in the morning where like for out of the blue they just like decided to cause shit, and it's like it's Thanksgiving morning. You're gonna do this? I actually had that written down. How are holidays different for you as like a parent? Like, because things.
You want me to tell you something? They mean something now. Listen, after you're fucking 18, 19, you have no family. Your holidays are like fucking nomads,
Right.
Somebody invites you over like on the 19th. Hey, you got anywhere to go Christmas Eve? Nah, come over. Now you got to hustle up and shoplift gifts for the family or whatever. If you're going to give out handshakes or whatever, it's always been something like that. Ever since I had the child, it's, now you get why you do the things you do. You understand it more. She don't believe in Santa no more, so that's good. But her friends still do. So listen, she ain't gonna rat them out. She's pretty cool with it. She figured it out like any other kid figures it out. They figure it out after a while. You open up a closet, a Hot Wheel track hits you in the head. You open it up on Christmas Day. It's supposed to be for your cousin. Now, what happened? There was a mix up here. So eventually, kids aren't that fucking stupid, and they figure it the fuck out.
I've heard Amazon's a dick. Like Amazon will just leave stuff out. It happens all the time. I had a friend it just happened to the other day.
Somebody stole it?
No, they didn't steal it, but they have like kid stuff getting delivered, and it's not put in a box for some random reason, and they'll just leave it right outside.
Yeah,
and like the kid like,
who's that for? Oh, it's for the little blind kid down the corner. You don't know what the fuck to tell them. So you're happy when the charade is over. It's a sad day because they bought it
right.
for 5 or 6. And then they kind of know, you ask them, what do you want? You make a list, come on. So
and then
interesting.
Mercy's a little older, but like they also have phones. So like they Google it now. They can ask Siri. Like they're like, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed to keep
I got no Siri in this fucking house. So
yes, you do.
No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
I live by the fucking book. I take the phones out of the rooms where I talk now. That's why sometimes I don't even get your calls because I charge phones in a room where I'm not at no more. No more chit chat in front of the fucking phones. You know what I'm saying? I put a book on motherfucker at night.
Even TVs have microphones now.
Everything. It's a fucking nightmare. And these guys that go home and bang out fucking masturbations online, you're sitting there, they got your face, they're just saving it. They'll sell that to Scientology. Next thing you know, you're fucking in a band with Travolta singing Christmas songs in Scientology for a bunch of fucking people. So, that's why I don't like none of that perverted stuff. None of that. There's a situation going on here close to home about a place, and they had some problems. And a lot of people I know went in there, and now you got to wait to see who knocks on your fucking door. And that's why it's better if it's a different world today. Cameras have changed, especially if you lived when there weren't no cameras.
Right.
Like you still take things for granted. Every movement you make, from the time you leave your fucking garage in the morning, you got to assume every movement you make that's why I don't understand how they, like years from now, they probably have them already, a satellite that's up there. And when they have a cop chase, it's taping all day. And when they have a murder occurs or something, all they got to do is go to the satellite, and there you are running out of the house with fucking, a bag of shit you stole and a bloody knife. They got you.
They got you there. And then, like, what about like Ring? Like, because like I think Ring owns all that footage. Like think about all like the video doorbells. Now they have cameras. They had us put cameras in the suburbs and like I guess everywhere, but it's just pretty crazy. Like they could have access. The government could get access to that if they wanted to.
Dog, in my hometown where I grew up in North Bergen, you can't piss on the street. If a cop will be there in 8 minutes. You litter, a cop will be there in 8 minutes. This town where I live, they have cameras everywhere. They have cameras. It's a big kid town. There's softball fields everywhere. There's parks everywhere. They got cameras everywhere. And I feel better, because you can't have no fucking guys walking around with a rainy jacket, with a long jacket, giving out candy down here. They get spotted right away. But, it sucks for other reasons. Let's say you want to take your girlfriend to the park and throw her a little salami sandwich. There's a camera now. That, if you want to smoke a number, there's a camera now. So there's a lot of negative. New York City is one big camera.
Oh yeah, absolutely. New York's crazy.
New York City, it's one big camera. You got to assume you're getting taped from 8 different fucking locations, especially going into this holiday season now with the tree and all the tourists that fly back here and shit like that. It's surreal. It's surreal.
And I don't do a lot of conspiracy theories, but like they're doing it in China right now. They have like cameras and They like that's how you pay for things. That's how you get into buildings. Is they scan your face, and it's not even just like a hidden camera. It's like right in your face, and they have like like a social credit score based on like how you behave, lets you do certain things, and it's all like facial. Where they're building cities. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, it's gonna Vegas is gonna be soon like that. All the money there. I know for years I won't even. I told you before I won't bang one out in a room in Vegas. They got cameras. I ain't bringing nobody up there that's fucking weird. They got cameras. You got to assume. You have to assume now.
Do you? I don't know what it is about me. I can't. If you're staying at a nice place, I can't think that they're doing bad things in hotel rooms. Like, did you ever like do stuff like that? Like not have the comforter down? Because they say they don't wash that shit, and like you're saying they have cameras in the rooms. Do you think they do that a lot?
Well, they don't listen, man. They're gonna cut corners, especially now. You go into a room during COVID, you better check everything. There's an ashtray under your bed with crack in it and a pipe. They don't have. Look what's going on in Vegas. Didn't they have a maid problem in Vegas? There's like a maid union that
Yeah, they went on strike, I think.
So you have to assume again that whatever hotel you're going into after COVID, listen, any hotel you go into now doesn't have the same amenities it had before COVID. When you go on the website, they're still on there. But when you get there and you go, where's the bar? They're like, we haven't had a bar since after COVID. Where's the restaurant that used to be in here? When you go on the road, they're not Holiday Inns. It's another chain. You got those little restaurants in there. The food's not great, but they do make some eggs sunny side up for breakfast. It's not like powdered eggs and the wheat toast. So I used to always get the breakfast there. Lunch is not, it's like a roast beef sandwich. They have like cream of onion soup or something. Not for me. But all those places, somebody was telling me they're done.
Yeah, they don't have any of those things. And then, I mean, and I never did it. I never liked people coming into my hotel room. But most places, if you're there for less than, I think it's like 4 or 5 days, they don't clean your room unless you ask for it.
When I drove to Nashville this year on the way back, we stopped in Pennsylvania one night and we could not find the hotel room. We were like 4 hours away. We could not find the hotel room. We had already been in the car 11 hours and we just wiped. On the way there, it's easier than the way back.
Right. Oh,
We
yeah.
finally found the hotel and it was packed. As soon as you went in, this place stunk. My wife came out and she goes, listen, it's the only hotel room in town and they don't have an elevator. And we're like on the 3rd floor. It was like walking 2 football fields over there. As soon as you walked in the room, it smelled like you walked into the plaza in Vegas. Cigarettes, The next morning, my wife goes, I'm going down to get breakfast. Like, I wouldn't. She's like, no, let's go have the coffee. She went and got the coffee. She threw everything out when she got to the room. It was just, everything was unedible. But the hotel we stayed at in Tennessee, I would move into that place.
Oh, yeah. What did they have?
It was just a great hotel. Holiday Inn Express, owned by Southern women. They had a great breakfast. They had a great dinner spread at night. I mean, listen, you're not going to find stuffed pork chop with mozzarella. It's fucking Tennessee. But they tried. But the breakfast was surreal. Every morning, the breakfast was on point. And there was a couple breakfast spots, and I kept saying, let's just stay here. Because I hate leaving, From over the years of comedy, you got to leave some hotels to get what? Fucking potato chips and a soda. Right. When I started comedy, there wasn't no shit like there is now, Lee, where you go to a hotel room and you're like,
Well,
let me go upstairs and get ham and eggs and shit. That was dick. Nobody gave you a free fucking breakfast. Nobody. And I've got tons of stories where you got to wake up in the morning. They got free coffee, but you're a comic. You wake up at 11. The coffee's like fucking shoe leather. And now you have to leave the hotel to go get something to eat. And that's a nightmare in itself, especially if you don't have a car. Especially if you drove with the headliner or you took a bus up there or something to that effect.
And like, what if you didn't? Because I think about that a lot. Is like if you are like surviving on comedy money at like $100 a show, you probably can't eat out that much. Like you couldn't order delivery. Like you could, but like if you're making 50, $100 a show, how are you supposed to eat out for a week or a
You ever go
weekend?
to 7-Eleven and they got frozen pizzas and TV dinners and frozen chickens?
Yeah,
That's the life of a comedian. TV
right.
dinners, those burritos, two of those motherfuckers with a Coke and a bag of Cheetos, chili. It ain't healthy, but you ate.
Right.
Really hard to think the shit I ate when I was flat broke just to maintain, just to do comedy. And I knew it was bad for me, but I didn't give a fuck. You know, those frozen burritos. Listen, you take those frozen burritos back to your room. You just don't eat them out of the baggie. You put some fucking paste picante on there, a little bit of cheese, maybe some jalapenos. You dope them up a little bit. And they're not that bad in the hotel room when when you have $20 left and one joint and, you got to drive 2 hours. That shit all, you figure out, you balance out what's important. And it's so weird. And then when you do get a good meal, you appreciate it so fucking much on the road. Like there's a guy I'll never forget because the opening night, Thursday night, after the show, he'd always take the comedians only to dinner.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
the place where he was taking you was already closed.
Wow.
So you had the restaurant to yourself. They knew about it, the family. It was up in Milwaukee. And that, I thought about it years later. First off, he took you to a restaurant Thursday. Saturday, he cooked for you at the club, barbecue style. And Saturday morning, he took you to breakfast.
Wow.
The guy tried. The guy
That,
really.
that's really nice. Like, and just like for people listening, I think, and I'm not complaining at all, but at most, like people like a club will order out for you. Like that's not a usual thing to be that involved. I think.
It was that, and now I see years later where the value wasn't it. I know that you guys been traveling. You're on a bus. You're here. You're there. You're eating shit. This place it wasn't Dantana's. It wasn't, but it was like a Milwaukee. It was like a Wisconsin restaurant. They had a lot of stews and everything was thick and thick breads and shit. It was fucking phenomenal. And I went there twice, and both times, Thursday night. Let's go. We're going over to this restaurant. So now thinking back on it, it's pretty nice. And for anybody who has a comedy club or whatever, try that. If you're a booker and you're doing a one-nighter and people coming in from out of town, the first night of the show, take them somewhere nice. Not, hey, listen, it doesn't have to be a $3,000 dinner, but just the effort, take us back to your mom's house. I'll eat some home cooking. If your mom makes a lasagna tray, that goes a long way, and she gives you a piece to go home with. When you're a starving comic, are you fucking kidding me? So these are the things you learn as you go along. How was your week last week, comedy wise?
Comedy wise, I had a great week last week. I did 5 spots, 2 were shows and 3 were open mics, and I had a cool week because I was kind of nervous about it. I think I've told you I didn't really do well in front of bookers before, and I decided to release a clip that I was really nervous about, and so I didn't want to do most of those jokes at these shows with the bookers because I was if people came out, I didn't want them to think if I have 10 minutes, they've seen 7 of it already. And so I did like completely different sets than I normally do, and they both went great. And so I'm gonna hopefully get to do more shows with each group.
Well, congratulations. As far as the fucking bookers concerned, listen, man, you're gonna go up in front of a lot of bookers in your day. Every club has a fucking booker, and then when you get to a certain level, you got bookers from TV shows and comedy companies and all these people coming to watch you. And I think the biggest showcase I ever had was at the 9-year mark, which was Mitzi Shore.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And, it's like anything else, man. When you're there, you see the work you put in. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, remember, I used to tell you that I used to call clubs. I was just a fucking salesman, and I go, listen, I'd like to come to your club and do a guest set. This is who referred me, but if I go there on Saturday night, I want to make sure on Sunday night, I want to make sure the booker's going to be there. Oh, he'll be here. So all those years of having the booker there prepared me for that.
I'm sure you've told it a couple of times, but I honestly just don't remember, and I'd love to hear it. Can you quickly tell like your showcasing for Mitzi's story?
Between you and me, I don't fucking even remember it anymore. It was, at that time, I had already done like the year before, or the year before that, I'd done the Seattle comedy competition.
Okay.
So 5 nights in a row, you got to go up 7 nights the first week. You're going up in front of judges, and then the second week again, it's 7, So that at the end of the fucking month, you go up in front of 30 fucking judges, and there's other bookers there, from the area, Seattle area. There's other bookers from comedy club chains, and you're going up in front of them. Me, I prefer when you come up to me after my set and go, hey, I work for the Funny Bones. I booked 6 clubs. I just saw you destroyed. I'd like to get your info. I hate if you come up to me before that,
Right.
But naturally, when you do those things, you have to assume there's people there in the audience, I just spoke to a writer last week who I'm going to work with for the book, to expand it. And when he wrote back, did I send you a copy of the letter?
No.
He sent me like a letter saying, this is why I think I should work with you. And part of that letter was him coming to the Comedy Store for like 2 or 3 years to watch comedy on Tuesday nights.
Wow.
And he said how he watched me grow, blah, 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 blah. But we already had a relationship by him coming. Did I know he was ever in the audience? Did I know that high-powered writers like that were in the audience at the Comedy Store? No. I would have shit my pants if somebody would have came up to me and said, you're going up in front of 6 writers from CBS or NBC. So you see what happens? Like, you don't even know. And you have a good set. That's why people always tell you just to be yourself. And it sounds so cliche and so cornbally, but it's fucking true. If you see that booker in the room, don't act up act like you usually act. Go up to the girl, give her a kiss. Hey, what's going on here? Any of my bitches call? He's watching everything. You have to assume they're watching every move. From the minute you walk in that showroom to check in, whatever, who's talking to you, your manager, and then you go up there and you deliver the fucking goods. But the most important thing is to be yourself. Like, I've seen great comics showcased with great things. They had a set that person came to see, right? That person came to you and said, hey, last Thursday night, I saw you at the Improv and you were fantastic, or the Laugh Factory. You think you could do that next Thursday night? I'm going to bring everybody from the Tonight Show out to see you. You know what? Like a guy like me, an idiot like me, would show up with a whole different 10 minutes.
I knew that's what you were going to say. Oh my God, really?
Yeah, an idiot like me would show up with new 10 minutes to show you that I'm fucking Johnny Extraordinaire. It all depended on what part of my career you caught me at. Right now, I know that if you saw me on a Thursday last week, I'm going to go on a piece of paper somewhere where I wrote like a couple anchors. I didn't write my set out. I wrote a couple anchors just to move them around. I'm at the Comedy Store. I'm at the Improv, And that's what I'm going to do. But somebody like me, the old me, would have gone with a whole new 10 minutes.
Fuck. See, like that. I just hearing that request, all I could think about was, do I have to do it word for word? What if I had a good interaction with somebody at the improv, but then this week I don't have that interaction and now it looks like I bombed?
No, just
Oh
go.
my God.
Try to work it around the same material. And if you see an opening, take the opening. If not, stick to your material. This is NBC. This is the Tonight Show. Or this is an HBO special. This is Jimmy Kimmel. This is anybody. At the end of the day, it's all the same shit. It's how you control your nerves. It's your breathing. What I always like to do is try to hit them hard, heavy, so you get the confidence going. If you go out there with a dragged out, long 1 minute joke, you don't really know where you stand. You come out fucking taking swings, you're either going to die or you're going to come out extra hype, and then you're just sailing from there. It's only 10 minutes. I'm trying to do 35 minutes in 10 minutes. I don't want you to breathe. I'm going to keep punching you in the stomach, bah, 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 like one of those rock'em sock'em fucking robots. So I'd rather give you that advice than the Mitzi Shore thing. How's that?
Okay, I love that. And you know what? We didn't. I don't know if you want to go back there, but we didn't even talk about your Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was very kumsi kumsa. You know what I'm saying? I woke up nice and early. I fucking worked out. I went to work with my buddy. We did a nice 45-minute workout. I came home. I put some ice on my ankle, And then there was a honeymoon, a fucking afternoon, like a couple episodes, from a marathon from 11 to 3.
Nice.
At 3, we went over there, and with the Pumas, thank God they invited us. You know that she's a great fucking cook, Jody.
Yeah.
So she put together a fucking turkey. She made my favorite because she knows I like stovetop stuffing. I don't want to eat none of your fucking international stuffing with roots and beets. I don't want to taste it. The Pilgrims didn't have any of that. They had stovetop. All right. So she made fucking like waffles out of stovetop.
Ooh.
She put them in the waffle machine. Fucking genius. You put the white meat on top of that. You throw a hand scoop of mashed potatoes on top of that, and a little bit of cranberry sauce and some Malukia gravy. I had one of them. I was done.
Was it like all crispy?
Yes.
The stuffing, that sounds really fucking good.
I'm telling you, she hit it out of the fucking park, Jody Puma. The gravy melted it through the layers. Bah, 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 bah. And I don't even like gravy.
No, me either.
What's that?
I don't like it either.
Yeah, but you got to throw the gravy on there.
Fuck.
Throw the gravy on there. It was perfect. And then we watched the first game. I forgot who the fuck it was. And then we went to the Murdos around the corner for the late night fucking aperitif. And they busted out desserts. They had they had more fucking desserts than, what's that ice cream store that has all the flavors? Baskin Robbins. They got 200 flavors. They beat them that night. They had everything. Mousse, goose, fucking Jello, popsicles. They had everything. Fucking Ben and Jerry's, this, that, Breyers, a couple of apple pies. I tell you what I didn't eat this year.
What's that?
Pumpkin pie.
What made you stay away from it?
I didn't. I forgot all about it. It was there, and I always said I'll get back to it later.
I've never liked any pie. I like pecan pie. That's pretty good. I have recently had. They had an Oreo cake at my aunt's house.
Did you tear that up?
I did have a piece of it.
All right. So you enjoyed it.
It was really. But what did you have instead of pumpkin pie?
I probably broke down at the Murdos because the edibles kicked in, and I had a fucking an apple crumb pie.
Ooh, I do like apple crisp. So that sounds like that was. Yeah. Oh shit,
they're cousins. Apple crisp, apple pumpkin, whatever the fuck. They're all cousins. With a scoop of Breyers vanilla ice cream, old school, with the little chocolate fucking spots in it.
You said something. What's up?
With the little spots in it.
Okay.
Vanilla bean spots in it.
Nice.
It's brilliant. I haven't had it in 20 years. But when I saw it, I said, I got to attack this, and it's fucking brilliant. And that was the only
Nice.
thing I ate. That was the only dessert I ate.
You said something last week that I was thinking about this week, and you were talking about like people messing up mashed potatoes, and I was thinking about that you and Terry had a story that didn't you like stop being friends completely with someone?
I got mad at her. I got mad for a year. I didn't talk to her for about 7 months because of the mashed potatoes. Listen, man, there's some things I eat. Once you've had great mashed potatoes, it's tough to go back to shitty mashed potatoes, especially when you're a fat fuck like we are. Okay. There's something about the essence of mashed potatoes
Oh,
dish, especially when like they're whipped.
yeah.
Listen, mashed potatoes, if you're eating mashed potatoes and you're trying to be healthy, go shoot yourself right now. Nobody eats mashed potatoes who wants to be fucking healthy. It's a special goddamn treat. So do me a favor. When we have it, throw down. Don't be shy with that Irish butter. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy with that pepper. Throw some red onions in that bitch. You ever have you ever have mashed potatoes with the peels and red onions in that motherfucker, Lee?
I've never had red onions in it, cooked or not cooked.
I mean, they're heated up with the potatoes. So
Okay, so like it's like sautéed a little bit. Okay.
this motherfucker used to make them in Boulder, Colorado, and make me lose my mind. I would eat them that's the only mashed potato. I would just eat the mashed potato. And Cubans make something that's very good. I never had it again after my mother died. It's called malanga.
What is that?
Malanga. It's like a fucking potato. It's long, but it's brown. It's wild, but it's fucking delicious with butter, salt and pepper, Oh, fucking delicious. And that's where I like potatoes, and I like whatever the fuck I told you. I forget the
Malanga.
malanga.
So, but what did your friend do that made you so upset?
The friend that invited me over on this most sacred day of mashed potatoes. Listen, you want to fuck mashed potatoes up in July, I ain't gonna get mad at you.
Okay.
You fuck them up in September, I ain't gonna get mad at you. But on the National Day of Potatoes, which is Thanksgiving, you better come correct. You got to show up with both guns and one in your fucking ankle. Okay? Especially when it comes to mashed fucking potatoes. So I went over there and they were like fucking powdered potatoes. The whole dinner was a disaster. It was fucking a turducken, a turkey with a duck in it. I don't want to take that. If you want to do that, make 2 fucking turkeys. Give us an option. Why you feed me this? Because you think it's good? I don't think it's good. Everything was nasty. But nothing insulted me more. It was the mashed potatoes. I took it to heart. I took it to heart that I went home and just passed out angry. And my wife woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning. She made me a Thanksgiving dinner because she knew how important. You get up all year, you pay taxes, you do the best you can. The least a man could ask for is mashed potatoes on fucking Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but to do it at like 2 in the morning. Like, is that when were you married yet at that point?
No, we were getting close though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fucking awesome.
How upset I was. Like I was fucking upset, Lee. Like,
I know.
Man, how the fuck you gonna fuck up mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving? They were, and when I'm not exaggerating, they weren't even in the ballpark, Lee. She got them out of a box, like those box ones. That right there, I gotta put you on. I got an 86 you for 90-day mandatory.
And what does that 86 entail? Like no communication?
Nothing. I don't want to know nothing. You fucked up. I'm not even gonna tell you why you fucked up. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm not picking up the fucking phone. Don't call me no more for 90 days.
How many people just don't call back?
They don't.
Because they get 90 days. Like I think he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Why?
I didn't talk to her for 180 days. I put her in a real pay no mind list. That's how insulted I was about the fucking mashed potatoes.
But why don't you tell people about like what their sentence is?
I don't know what their sentence is. It's their sentences. I don't know. I how I feel in the morning after you try to fucking poison me on Thanksgiving. Like you're not going to sit there and tell me I didn't have the right here. If this was another country, I could press charges for making
No,
bad mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. Thank God I'm not a fucking Crime Stopper.
I have no problem with your decision. I just think it's funny to think about, like, you went to Thanksgiving and then didn't call her for 10 months or answer her calls.
It was November 20, whatever, and I didn't talk to her till like April or May. She finally called me one day. She's like, "What's your problem? You won't pick up your phone." I said something like, the first time I go, "Fucking learn how to make mashed potatoes." I just hung up on her. And then she called the friend. She goes, "What is he talking about?"
Oh my God.
You
That's
know,
so
you tried
funny.
to poison me back, but you didn't listen. By
She
giving me
tried to poison you.
it broke me down emotionally and fucking spiritually and physically because I trust you. First off, I know her very well. She always throws down a great meal. You know, I know her from Texas. I was friends with her back in Houston. But I think
Damn.
she got a boyfriend, and he was a half a fucking, he had light shoes like Post Malone, you know,
You
walked
don't
like,
like Post Malone?
I didn't say I didn't like Post Malone. I just said he always tiptoe like a burglar. Like he walks real light, like,
Okay.
a burglar or a couple other things. He's just light in the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. So she had a boyfriend like that?
Right away, you got to put words in my mouth. And then the next day, the paparazzi picked it up. Uncle Joey don't like Post Malone. I like Post Malone music. I was listening to him a couple of days ago. I mean, I'm not going to, not put him on over Led Zeppelin. But if I'm sitting there and I'm smoking a couple fucking numbers, there's nothing wrong with Post Malone.
No, I didn't picture you as a huge Post Malone fan.
No, I didn't say it. Did I say when I blow the nickel to go see fucking Post Malone and jump up and down a lot of other people that are tight fucking, that are light-footed?
Sounded like it. It sounded like that's what you wanted for Christmas.
No. No. Just because I like music, don't mean I want to hang out with you and fucking jump up and down.
Is there any concert that you'd go to right now? Is there was there any, because I can't imagine you going anywhere.
If I go to a concert, first of all, right now, not today, but it has to be a small venue anymore. I'm old school. I'd rather go to those American Express concerts where you get the small venue and, I didn't go see Chris Cornell here in the city or anything. But when I lived in LA, I got to see Guns N' Roses with Dean and Bill Burr at the fucking Palladium. And that's like, 2,000 seats. It's a little bit more personal, But these big forum things, I don't want to get tickets. I got to walk 2 miles. You look at my Weight Watchers, I walk 22,000 steps. I don't need that to hear the same music I've been listening to for 40 fucking years.
Would you pay more to go to a smaller venue?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
It's really interesting you said that to me. I was talking to a music guy today, and we were talking about Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And he was saying that where they messed up with music years ago, because they didn't know, was that they should have taped all their concerts. People really should have really taped high quality, all their concerts. It would have taken a big chunk out of their income. But what they didn't know that today, you could sell that experience. I could get you into a hotel, and that's what he was saying. He goes, think of what people pay for the Super Bowl experience. It's an experience. He goes, I don't know what concerts are like today, but from listening to, I'm older than this guy. And we were talking, he goes, my dad used to tell me these fucking stories. And and I go, they're all true. All those Led Zeppelin shows in the city, Rolling Stone tours, they were all fucking insane, But he was like, you could sell, like right now, if they would have shot Pink Floyd The Wall and really taped it well, you could have took a theater, broken in half. And he goes, you could sell those seats for $15,000 and people will pay it because it's an experience, Now you got to play it back with the modern speakers and the new technology. You have to edit it and clean it up well. digitally remastered. But
I'm sure they're all doing it now.
they have to. I'm sure that it's an experience. It's a festival. It's something that I can connect with my kid with. So if they ask me for 15 grand, I don't know if I got the 15 grand for that, but it's a thought that if my daughter likes Led Zeppelin and I had gone to see Led Zeppelin, I wasn't that fortunate, I could take my daughter to go see that same concert. That's mind blowing. Or a fucking baseball game.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Go to a
Fights.
baseball game that I went to where, who cares? Name a Boston Red Sox. He hit 2 home runs that game. And you happen to get $8 tickets, and the people next to you bought you beers all afternoon. And they were nice. They were from fucking Woodford, and you were from Medford, and everybody talked about Southie, and it was a fucking experience.
Mm-hmm.
For people to see that, they would shit their pants. What it was like when you went to a baseball game and, some motherfucker snuck in a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that whole 2 sections was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. And you're like, man, I came to this game having a bad day, and just being here, it's 80 degrees, a bird shit on me. I was at Shea Stadium and a bird shit on me. But just the fact that you could share those experiences with your child, with your father, with your mother. Maybe your mother wanted to go see Barbra Streisand in New York City when she was going to college there, but the tickets were too expensive. We could relive that, pick her up in a limo, take her to a thing, and forget about what AI is going to do, because they could actually have Barbra Streisand there greeting you.
Yeah, I was gonna say VR.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
No. But no, AI is probably not wrong. They can create people. Like they could make concerts that didn't happen. Like they could. AI is definitely gonna play a part in it. It's that would be interesting. All because you've talked about that for a while with comedy, with like recording the sets up to a special to see how the set was built.
I like all that stuff too, but also like these festivals that Bert puts on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Experience, brother. Tape those from underneath, looking up,
Okay.
and you tape those, and 30 years from now, you could go see Bert Kreischer. You go see Dave Chappelle at the Garden. We're back. Anyway, we were talking. That's the fucking future. I know for a fact. I heard something that they're thinking of touring, like, I think it's Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah, I'm sure there are, and because I was thinking about what you were talking about, and it clicked that you're talking about like not just the performance, but like everything around it. Did you? It's way too long to watch the whole thing, but they did a whole documentary on Woodstock.
Yeah,
and they have all that footage. Like that would be one I think to go to, because like when you're talking about what you're talking about, I think you kind of have to, if you want that, you kind of have to start interviewing people there. Don't you? And
Lee, calm down on the reefer. It's got you planning. I'm not interviewing fucking nobody.
I know you're not interviewing anybody, but you're talking.
It would just be, let's say Woodstock would be a great idea to see what additional footage they have. You'd have to go through whoever owns the footage. It's a process. But if there's money involved, this could be a fucking great idea. And I mean, you go to Woodstock, you're wearing a fucking shirt from the 60s. You ain't showering for a week. You got flip-flops on. You got an ingrown toenail. You're going all out. The girl you're taking's got syphilis. Maybe you get her a shot to get the syphilis from the jungles. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But it's just going and seeing the music and the smells. If somebody could recreate the smells, the mud, I don't fucking know, Lee. I just know that if there was a high level Pink Floyd wall, it's on YouTube. Look it up. Pink Floyd The Wall, February 20th, 1980. It's the opening night. It's on there. It's just not taped like you would tape. It's a whatever, a bootleg.
Right. You want high quality, like they did it on purpose. It looks and sounds great.
I want to see the sweat on his face. So at one time of the experience, I could just throw a mist in the air, like they do on that Disney show. It's a Small World After All, where you sit in the fucking chair and they take you all around the world. And when you're going through India, they throw sand at you, and then it's fucking tremendous. You get married, they throw rice at you.
So you want to have the sweat come at you? You want to mist people with people's sweat?
Yeah, not with the real sweat, but just a little mist of fucking warm water. Because you're taken in by the experience. You're not even going to feel the mist till midway. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, like I said, you're paying 15 grand, 20 grand for this, and 10 for your kid. They can't give you. They're not gonna sell you a $100,000 project with $10 shoes on.
Right.
For me to charge you that fucking dough, I gotta impress the fuck out of you. I gotta make you leave there and go, dog, I'd do it again. I'm taking a second mortgage on at my house. I'm taking my mother and father. You know,
like if you could recreate like an entire experience.
4 hours, 5 hours. Warm-ups, walking through the fucking thing, and I'm not talking about VR. I'm talking about surround sound all around, screens all around. I mean, this is big money, Lee. This isn't two podcast dudes are going to do this.
No, I think this might be technology that doesn't exist yet too. I'm like you're like way in the future.
Well, you know me, dog. I'm in the future. I'm taking these edibles. I'm thinking about things.
I never would have thought that would be what you would think about high.
When my friend told me today, I was like, wow, that is something that would change entertainment for fucking ever. Because if I could take a baseball game, if I could take game 5 of Cincinnati against Boston, and I don't know how I would present it. I don't know if I would go to Fenway.
Yeah.
And pay the 15 grand along with a lot of other people. I don't know how to do it, but just to have that on the field, to watch that exact game with Carlton Fisk and all that, I think I'd have a nervous breakdown because it would take me back to being in that bedroom on my mother's bed, watching it, fucking with crosses all over me. And I'm like, Cincinnati has to win or I'm going to fucking die in this house. They're just going to sacrifice me, So
how old were you?
I was about maybe 10 or 11 or 12, but I just became a Cincinnati Red fan when I was a kid. They lost to Oakland to somebody. Something happened, and I really liked them. And then I saw them lose, and then I saw them win a World Series against one of the best teams I ever saw, the Boston Red Sox at that time. With, they had the fucking one of the best teams ever. They just couldn't win a World Series. But that was a battle. And even to show people, like I would pay 20 grand to see all 6 games.
Fuck.
Like, don't even take me home. 18 hours in a fucking capsule with 20 other sweaty fat dudes with fucking, with fucking blankets on their faces from the tears rolling down. Because that's how, that's what this game would mean to you.
Now, would you, and it's not necessarily better, but like, what if you could have, like, if you could plan out, I have an hour and I want to be at these 10 plays or like 20, like if like you could just go to see like every cool sports moment that you ever wanted to see.
It's tremendous.
Just see that moment. That would be crazy.
So I know that going ahead with the technology that I know hasn't been made yet. I'm sorry about that, but you just see it coming. So, if you think about it, listen, if I think about a technology, me being an idiot, I can't imagine what the smart people are really thinking about right now.
I wonder if you just gave someone an idea. You could have.
I just went to a doctor's visit maybe a month ago. And we were talking about, he goes, you got a couple options left for your left knee. But eventually it's going to have to be redone. And he goes, I know you're a little hesitant. He goes, but let me tell you something. That whole situation has changed. He goes, it's changed so much that they put the painkiller in your kneecap now.
They just insert painkiller into your kneecap?
Kneecap, and it releases it when you need it. He was telling me all this shit. It's a vacuum thing now. Not that I'm going to do it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. But he was telling me how much the technology's changed since I did my right knee. So you always have to think that everything's moving. I mean, I've spoken to you, I've spoken to Mike, and every once in a while you guys hit me with an app, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a great fucking idea. Your own radio station, your own this, your own that. How many times people sit there? I watch the fucking NFL game and I turn off the volume. Yeah, okay. But are you telling me you could do better than these guys? Let's do it. Step up to the pump, cocksucker. There's an app called, Take Me to the Ball Game. And fucking you're there. Whether it's soccer, basketball, NFL football, or whatever the fuck's left, baseball, pro. You could call your own fucking games and take donations or charge a monthly fucking fee. Give them the first 2 weeks for free. And if they don't sign a waiver, then after 2 weeks, you charge whatever, $9.95. I mean, guys, that's there already. That's somebody's already doing that. So any idea you may have at the house that you want to be creative about, and you're like, well, I don't know. I always wanted to be an announcer at a strip club. I guarantee there's an app right now that there's girls on the screen somewhere in Bulgaria, and there you are coming up to the stage. It's Brandy. Let's give it up. I don't even know anything about that world, but you have to assume these things. You have to just go, yeah, this has to exist, because I'm an idiot and I thought about it.
It does seem like that's how things are getting made now, but there's robots that will cook your food now.
I can't imagine what's going to happen with podcasting in 2 years. You're just going to sign up for a fucking Apple thing, and they're going to do all this. They're going to do 1,000 things. You could just do it at the house. They're going to do 1,000 things. You can't imagine what's going to happen. Not that I'm going to be any good at it. I don't know nothing about that shit, but this is what's going on every day in our world right now. You have to accept it.
Oh, there's a constant
change. See, now I know the edibles are hitting me.
Oh, why is that?
They just because I'm talking shit. I'm talking gibberish here now. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Believe it or not, I had 2 good picks this weekend. I only put 2 picks.
You won?
Both of them. Yeah, I had Denver because I always love Denver, giving a small amount at home on a Sunday. And then I took the under in Baltimore last night. I just took a chance. I said, let me use the $27 I won on the first game. That was interesting.
And you got both.
I got both, but it's really interesting. I sit around, I do a bunch of things. I mean, the last 2 weeks have been fucking brutal with this ankle. But listen, I'm back. It hurts still. But
does it?
Yeah, man, it has. I got to ice it 3 times a day. I've been looking at how many steps I take. I think if I walk over 4,000, that's when it swells up.
Fuck. And it's been like 2 weeks now.
It will be 2 weeks on Thursday.
Fuck.
So.
And like
I'm lifting weights. I'm doing sit-ups in my fat tummy. I'm on the fucking bike. And I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping great. As a matter of fact, I sleep like a fucking baby now. She's getting bigger. And now we're just November 27th. We don't stop this fucking party till Christmas Eve. It's over,
Oh, yeah.
And
I was actually.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, when you were talking about sports, I wanted to talk to you about Tommy DeVito, the Giants quarterback, and see what you thought. Have you heard about him?
I heard he was a bartender in Hoboken. I know he lived at home with his mother or something like that.
Yeah.
I know he's won 2 games with the Giants.
He's won. I think he's won at least 2 games,
2 games
and it's
with the
just
Giants. And like this week, I tried to watch. I think you and I were on the phone for about a minute while
yeah,
the game was on. It was 0-0, and we were like, "What was the over under?" And we're like 16.
it was
I mean,
awful.
I didn't watch the game. I'm happy they won the Giants. I'm happy for DeVito, but if you know anything about me, I'm happy for that motherfucker. That's like a Rocky story. He's living at his mother's house. She's making pasta for him, and he's bartending at a fucking bar in Hoboken,
Yeah,
and he
like,
gets a call from the Giants.
let me read the quote because when I saw this, it's all was all I could think about. He said it was a no brainer for me. I don't have to worry about laundry, what I'm eating for dinner, chicken cutlets, and all that is waiting for me when I get there. My mom still makes my bed. Everything is handled for me. And I just thought about like you, like that's like your dream. And he's the Giants quarterback.
It's a rags to riches story because if he wins 2 more games, somebody's going to pick him up next year.
Right.
And it may be the Giants because he's a hometown fucking, he's a Jersey boy. So listen, he gets all my fucking respect in the world. I'm happy, even if he doesn't win another game. Dog, he was bartending. He won 2 NFL games. He's working with something. There's something there. Somebody has to pick him up and work with him, but the balls and the heart are there. So, I mean, the Giants weren't the best team in the world. It's not like he fell into the Dallas Cowboys or, the Kansas City Chiefs or something like that, a position. He fell into a hard fucking job, So I give him all the credit in the world. He lost a game or two, and then his confidence started to pick up, which is acceptable. And now he's got 2 W's. He needs 2 more, and somebody will reach out next year and go, listen, come on over here for, And you never know what this kid could do. What if this kid wins a Super Bowl in 2 years?
Right. I
How
mean,
great if the Giants don't take him next year? What if this kid goes somewhere and wins a fucking Super Bowl? How great would that be? That's why I get up and go, you see, guys, nothing happens on the couch, cocksuckers.
that would be. I mean, even if they had a Super Bowl in New York or New Jersey again, and he was the quarterback for the Giants,
even if they lost, bro, that's just to go from bartending to a fucking stage like the Super Bowl. That's fucking amazing where I come from, So I'm happy for all that type of shit. I can't tell you that I sit by the TV and watch the game because they're brutal. I was doing something, on the Lord's Day. I was moving around this Sunday. I've been busy, man.
yeah, you seem like it.
Really fucking busy for what's been going on in the world. You follow me? I picked up a voiceover for a kids show, a Nickelodeon show.
Nice.
I picked up another audition for a animated pilot. I picked up another voiceover. I picked up a regular audition for one of my favorite shows. I hope it goes, It's been fucking, I can't complain. I'm talking to the writer, hopefully Wednesday, get that party started.
That's really awesome.
And, I do the podcast with you. Boom. I'm good.
That's a
Living
great
like
week.
the laughing gas keeps me in fucking potato chips and smoking the best reefer out there. They sent me these edibles. I didn't bring them in with me. Oh my God, these tremendous edibles. They come in different flavors and shit. The other day I took like 3 of them, not knowing. I didn't know they wanted 75 milligrams.
Oh shit.
I took 4 of them because they taste really fucking good. And I took 4 of them, and I was talking to George, and he goes, bro, I ate half of one. I'm still fucked up. And I'm like, I ate 4 of them. And then that night, I remember I came home yesterday, and there was at one point that I put ice on my leg, and I sat down and was watching something. It wasn't football, though. And last night before I went to bed, I went into my Whoop, and I went to log in that I was going to sleep, and it logged in a nap for 40 minutes. It was when I had the ice in my fucking foot because the edibles took me somewhere. Like they took you so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like they went, and then it just dropped me into a fucking.
I've been there a couple of times. What, like, is it a gummy? Is it a chocolate? What is it?
Gummies.
Oh
50
shit, nice.
calories a piece. I'll save you some. You know what I'm saying? We'll fucking go.
Oh,
We'll mix them with the ABX.
well, I need them because I went to go get some tonight, but I went and got my medical license here in Mass today after work. It was one of the craziest. I can't believe I forgot to tell you, but this dude was very nice. He was like a 70 something, 80-year-old doctor, and he was giving me like a history lesson on marijuana, but not the hard one, but like the medium one. He said the N word twice. Like he like not the hard one, but like the one that's still not great. He was telling me the history about it and saying like the doctors just like the whoever that guy was, Reefer Madness. They said the black people were the only ones who smoked it, and then he just dropped that word twice, and I was like, I had to sit there because I wanted my medical license, but I didn't know what to do. I just didn't. I just keep
Just,
nodding.
just yes and that. You're right. Yeah. Good. You're right.
Oh
I haven't seen Reefer Madness since I was like fucking 14.
no, you ever
No.
watched it?
You got to be like 13 with a propeller on your head to watch that nonsense. It's like black and white. You know, it's got its moments, but no, it's nobody's Academy Award winner by far.
And I just miss the doctors in LA. Like I went to one on Ventura. I spent more time in the waiting room than I did with the doctor. The doctor took 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah, he takes your blood pressure. He makes believe he gives a fuck. You know,
Not this guy. 20 minutes on terpenes.
yeah, no, it was great in LA. The first time I got my license, it was like 30 minutes. He talks to you, you know, he's trying to cover the spread. He's asking you for the small 200. Ooh, he's asking you for the small 200. The first license I got was the small 200. And then the next time I re-upped, it was like $99.
Fuck.
Then it was $49 all day long. Then it was $29 with a free hat. You know,
And now you don't have to go anywhere. You can do it on your phone.
I guess.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Me, I mind my fucking business. I don't know nothing. My friend goes to LA, he comes back, he drops a little fucking handkerchief off. It's got a couple buds in it, and I live happily, you know, month to month.
Absolutely.
It's
But
not, I'm not going off the rails. I'm not smoking blunts. I do the freeze pipe, you know, 3 times a day, morning, late afternoon, and 10:30, nappy noon time.
that's not bad.
No, that's not bad. And the edibles, that's why I can't believe I ate them. And tonight I'm not. I'm in there. I think I gotta do some things. I'm in there, but I'm not locked in, like then, you know. You know how we do it, player.
Oh, I can tell. No. You're doing okay. You're doing a lot better than most people at 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah, 1,000 plus, because I ate the chocolate bar, the 2,500 bar. I ate the one for, so it's got like maybe 4 things. I ate it's 16 pieces. Remember, we did the math already. It's like 60
Right.
milligrams a piece. I ate 4, so that's another 240. You know, who you think you're dealing with? Some fucking novice here? I'm doing a fucking check-in. I got to be tip-top Magoo. I don't show up like other people.
Fuck no.
You couldn't find edibles. You don't know what happened. The doctor, you know, they only sell 10s over there.
That's
So
why I had to get my license because they only sell 5s.
5. So you ate 20 of them?
I had last week. That's why last week I finished up the ABX you gave me.
You don't fucking tell me.
Well, because then you said I got 2. I'm trying to. I had 10 tonight. I had 50. But yeah, I did taking 10
great.
gummies.
That's great. That's great. You could be eating fucking fentanyl light and shit. You don't know what you eat.
Fentanyl. What is fentanyl? Oh my god. What is fentanyl light? Oh,
that's what they give you. They give you fentanyl fucking full. You know what I'm saying? They got fentanyl light, fentanyl medium, and fentanyl nappy nunu.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So be careful, sucker.
I'm doing my best.
All right. What performances do you have this week?
This week I have Wednesday night at Off the Rails in Worcester. And
All
then
right.
Thursday through Saturday, I'm at the Kansas City Improv with Josh Wolf.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's gonna
Look
be
at
great.
you. That's a great club. I think the lady's still there that runs it. If
Oh,
she's
that'd be great.
under my love, she's good people. There was a dude there named Kevin. That's good people. You know,
It's
it's a
crazy that you
comedy.
remember.
What's that?
That's crazy that you remember all these names.
You have to, man. You know, after a while, you. It's so weird when you start to travel, and then you think of these people. Once you're to a club like the second or third time, you saw it with me. When we go to Irvine, we became friends with the wait staff. And then you go and the wait staff would be gone and be somebody else there. And then one day you go to Tempe and that wait staff that you don't see anymore is in the Tempe Improv. And you don't even know where you are, whether you're in Irvine, Tempe, or Brea. It's crazy. You become friends with them and then you picture them as you're flying in. By the plane is landing, you're like, oh, I remember her. I remember him now. Oh, shit. All right. They text you before you land. We'll be at the airport. And you go, oh, now I remember her. Oh, shit. This place has the pork chops. Oh, shit. The waitress sells weed. And now it all becomes, it comes in full fucking focus.
That's pretty awesome. And it's I'm excited about God. This is one, like, I've heard really cool things about it. I've never been to Kansas City. I'm just happy to go. I'm really just happy to go and do real shows at like awesome clubs.
He's got mushrooms that look like my fungi toenail on the right.
You saw those too?
I saw them. They're like government issue.
Oh my God, that
They're for
late
people.
night Friday.
Yeah, they're for people who come back from the war when they're a little wobbly. They give them those high level ones.
They look like baseball bats.
Yeah, you're not gonna hear stuff. I read up on those things. You're not gonna hear. Your hearing is gonna leave because that's what it does. It stops you from hearing bombs
Oh wait, I'm not gonna hear noises, but I'm gonna be deaf.
for a little while. You know, you're just gonna hear like a little beep, and you hear like somebody shot a gun next to you.
Oh,
You're gonna be all right. That's good.
oh, I'm really excited.
You're tougher than nails, kid. I can't believe you're still out there pounding the fucking pavement like an animal. I'm proud of you. And that's all that matters. And all you young comics that are watching this is just a lesson, man. We're just two fucking comedians talking about fucking the road and menus and what's next. And I'm proud of Lee for getting into this club. Hopefully they'll give him some love or as much as they can give him. It's a small club and, you know, it's a big area. A lot of comics everywhere, you know. Any area you move into now, you're going to be around a lot of comics, and everybody has the same story. Everybody brings their own feature act. So that's where you have to decide what you want to do. Take a week as an MC and get better as an MC and meet another headliner and a feature act that you'll be friends with down the road, or where your ego takes you. I'm a headliner. I'll never MC. And then you decide from there.
I will MC for anybody.
I know you will. Me too. I'll still MC for anybody if I MC'd. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could MC virtually.
You could.
No, knock it the fuck off.
Oh, I know you're not going to, but
oh no. If I am, but when I was working, I always MC'd. Even when I was trying to be a really good feature act, if Josh Wolf got a week featuring, I would go with him and fucking do guest sets for free. As long as I could sleep on the floor with a fucking blanket, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I was that type of dude. I always knew that a set would make me that much stronger. Some people would go, I'm not doing a guest set there. Fuck that guy. You don't have to like him. But if you get a guest set out of the guy and work a joke, that's more than whatever personal feelings you have for the guy. At one point in comedy, for you to move forward, you got to drop your fucking personal feelings, you know, and just attack that motherfucker like a set. You have a goal every year. You got to hit 300 something fucking sets, and you're here telling me you don't get along with the guy. You don't like him because he busted your balls once. You know how you bust his balls? Go in there and rock that fucking room. Go in there and unhinge the fucking doors and then walk past him and go, follow that bitch. Sorry about that. I get emotional when I talk about that type of shit.
do you And then like that's your advice? That's crazy.
That's my advice. I told you, man, one of the biggest lessons I learned, there was a booker in Seattle, God rest her soul, a point somewhere where she just didn't like me. And she told a friend of mine, I'm not going to book him anymore. Okay, I took that. But she had 20,000 rooms, and I couldn't take that answer. So I knew she didn't like me for a reason that had nothing to do with stand-up. And I called her every Wednesday and said, do you mind if I go to this room and do a guest set? What are you going to say? She would go, yep. And she would be angry. And I knew it burned her up. And I would go once a week, I did one of her rooms for free. Even the club owners would go, how come we haven't seen you? And I would never badmouth her. I would go, I don't know. She's just starting to book me now. Hopefully you'll give them a good report. I knew I would never be back at that club, but it didn't matter. I was getting better. It was like a 4-month run where I just did one of her rooms once a week to burn her because she didn't like me for something specific that had nothing to do with our comedy. And I had to she didn't want to pay me. Fine, don't pay me. But I'm still going in there to do a motherfucking guest set.
And then it's just interesting how to deal with with people who might not like you. Because yeah, I get not nervous about it, but I guess kind of nervous about that's why I think I was so stuck on a specific set that I just wanted to do well. You get so in your head with this stuff.
Dog, I don't care who I was showcasing for or what I'm doing. I'm getting a set out of this motherfucker. So even if I got a set that I'm afraid to get away from, that's cool. I understand that. I want you to try something new in the middle. Because if you have that much confidence in your set, you're going to have, it's an 8-minute set, I want you to slip it in at the 4-minute mark after you're already likable. Feel how the joke feels, because you probably tried it at an open mic and there's 8 people. But now you're going to try it in front of an audience that likes you. There's more than 30 people in there. And then if the joke goes forward, there you go. Mental note. If it doesn't, you got your 4 minutes to close up with that you have so much confidence in.
Right.
I always want you to get something out of the fucking set. Always take something from that set. You're bombing. That's why you turn on the improv for a second. Make sure that improv works and don't get angry.
Interesting.
If you open up that field, don't get angry if the guy clobbers you. But if
someone's funnier than you?
If you're there for 20 minutes and you're up at 10, you're in a bar and you're doing 20 minutes and you're at 10 mark, they're giggling, they're starting to say shit, and you get into a heckling mark with him. No, not that he's funny. I don't want you to let the comedy turn into a temper and for you to say something wrong and now you turn the audience on you for sure. And that's a mistake a lot of young comics make. Well, fuck you, man. I'm never coming to this dump again. Wrong answer. You didn't have him from the beginning. Don't let your ego get in front of you. You didn't have him from the beginning. You're trying to bail yourself out, and now at the end, you dump on the place, or you dump on the host, or you dump on any other comedian, or fuck you. You laughed at the guy with the organ. You just blew your fucking whole night. I want you to go out there and leave there on your feet. It's okay to have a bad set. That's what's great about tomorrow. Or what's great about that fucking bowling alley that does comedy at midnight that you don't like to go to because everybody's drunk. Well, you ate such a bag of dicks here, you might as well go down there and earn your fucking stripe tonight. There's always an answer to a bomb. Do not be scared to bomb, please. Once you take that safety net off, your comedy career goes 80% high. Don't be scared to bomb. The common mistake of young comedians, and I did it for years, once you were losing them, was to panic. Never panic. Take a step back and go back to basics. Goof on yourself. Wow, this ain't working. I guess I got to stop fucking doing heroin now. And just take them until something else comes to your mind. Don't let them see you sweat. Correct?
I've never thought about it like that, but it makes sense. It explains why some sets have gone bad for me.
Absolutely. You got at one point in your career, the 5, 6 year level, it's time to take the safety net off. It's time to work differently. It's time to go up there to bomb.
You
It's
went
time.
up there to bomb?
Yeah, go up there to bomb. I want you to go up there and see how it is to really bomb. You've
Oh,
already established yourself. Now go up there and see what it's really like to bomb. How you guys doing tonight? Look at you. Where'd you coming from? Buffalo. Oh, your wings are tired. Just go up there and see the real feeling of a bomb and get
yeah,
off and giggle about it. And you'll go, wow, that's what it feels like to bomb. That ain't that bad. I'd rather do that than go up and rely on my material for 10 years because I'm scared to take a fucking chance.
holy shit. That freaks me out so much. Like, have you heard of people say an intrusive thought? Have you heard people talk about that? It's like when you're driving over a bridge, and some people are like, "Oh, maybe I should drive off a bridge." I've thought before going on stage sometimes, and when like I'm freaking out, that maybe I should just like just really eat shit on purpose, just because it's gonna go bad anyways. But like,
I don't want you to eat shit on
but
purpose. But I also, when you go to these open mics, I want you to go up there to bomb every once in a while.
oh my god, it's
It's like,
giving me anxiety.
you know what it's like? It's like you being a fighter in training, and before the fight, I take you aside and go, Lee, we got a problem tonight. We got a problem. You got to go down the third round,
Oh,
not in the fourth round, in the third. You got to take one for the team. You know, we got your back. We got ourselves into a situation.
yeah, but at least hopefully in that case, like maybe you only take one punch to the face. You're not
I
bombing on purpose for 10 minutes.
No, I'm
That
gonna go the other guy and tell him to punch you in the stomach until you bleed out your ears just to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
oh Jesus
No,
Christ.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
No, but like I can't imagine going up there to bomb on purpose.
Lee, that's why it's so interesting how I turned the bomb away from you. Guys, young comics, medium comics, this is how I didn't give a fuck. When I lived in Seattle at the 6 and 7 year mark, there were nights I went up there to bomb and I'd bail myself out. I'd put myself in a hole and then I'd take myself out of the hole. That takes a couple of weeks. Let's have some fun in your career, cocksuckers. That takes a couple of weeks. And then you
Yeah.
learn how to maintain at the, like, you know, before they say boo, how to, before a tomato comes up and you got to use your dodging skills. Now you got to learn how to work them back in. Look at you motherfuckers, got a little, you don't know who you're dealing with. Bah, 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 bah. Just start talking, get them excited, and then you hit them and boom, you win them over. And then now you're like, see, you motherfuckers thought I was some fucking bum from across the street. I was just trying shit on you. And you explain your point and you goof again on them, and then you get the fuck out of there. Who
So
do you
you
think?
would.
Joey Bananas? You think you got some fucking novice here?
I never even thought about that. You would build bad jokes into your set so that the good jokes would be would like hit harder. That's a fucking like evil genius. Like
Come
what
on,
is
dog. Come on, dog. I love
I
all these.
have bad jokes in here on purpose.
Yeah, you want to talk chicken? I'll talk chicken with you motherfuckers. You know, dog, I took a lot of,
Oh,
when I go to these rooms that didn't matter, I'd still respect the comedy, but I'd go off the deep end a little bit. How do you think I got that confidence to do that in the comedy store? Because I never did it before? Because no, that's what you need. That's what's going to sell you, your character. We're going back to just be yourself. So tonight, you look on the paper and write out the best version of yourself. Would you? How would you tell me to suck your cock? I want you to write it 20 different ways. I want you to write it angry and I want you to write it funny, that we're going to laugh at it. This is the music of words. And this is where you start to learn tone.
and what do you mean by tone?
How to use your voice,
Like volume?
volumes, heavy, went to steamroll them, went to pull back a little bit, just throw some jabs at them.
And like how many let's say for example, because now I'm just building it. Let's say you had this joke, and you could either pull back or steamroll them. And like, how would you do each? Would you do it 3 times each, 4 times? Like, how would you decide which one was the best?
To see where they go. Listen, once you cemented the joke for a weekend, once you took the joke to Kansas City for a weekend and you fucking cemented the joke, now it's got to go somewhere. Now you got to start adding things to that. And now that's where the beauty really starts. Anybody could write the joke. Like me, I could always write the joke, but I really couldn't add that much beauty to it. So I had to turn it into storytelling. We'll get to that some other fucking podcast. Okay. For right now, just learn how to bomb gracefully. That's the most important fucking thing. You've already felt what a good set feels like.
Right.
Now you got to feel what a fucking bad set looks like, what a bad set feels like. And know this, that you'll learn how to never feel that way by learning how to control your sets. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where you start. It's where you finish. And it's not a fucking race. It's a marathon. Some of the best comics I've ever seen are comics that could hold your attention and talk and just gracefully go into a joke. Anybody could machine gun you like me. Anybody could tell a story. There's guys that are real craftsmen. We'll get to those later.